Yeah, they literally sponsored me to watch the Pope reveal, and I know who it is. It's me. Spill the tea, girl. Okay, I'm alive. What the frick? You know what? I'm taking this off. It's too warm. Greetings, everybody. Good morning. How are you guys this morning? You know, I took some Tylenol because I've had this like headache or I guess migraine for like a couple of days, for like the past 4 days or something. And hopefully, I mean, it's like not that bad right now, but hopefully it goes away soon or something. Is it me or does my camera look kind of like light? I don't know. Thank you for the 26 months, Frankie. Maybe it's because it's like it's too early in the day. I don't freaking know. Thank you for the 35 months, Stud Shooter. Thank you. Just sun out. My hair looks amazing. Thank you. My hair is like a bunch of random colors, but I kind of want it to be like, I kind of want it to all be this one color, but like, you know. I'm lazy though. Are you friendly stream? Yeah, I have, I'm streaming early today, tomorrow, and Sunday because I have to do my sponsor for PAX, and basically I just watch party, whatever's going on in the live stream for a little bit, so yig. Rats in the chat. Hello. Mother's Day PAX party. Oh, Brits in the chat. I thought you were saying like brats, and I was like, wait, where? I was thinking about, sorry, I was thinking about Brat Summer. I'm sorry. Brat chat, you know. Dude, I got this because I thought it sounded good at the grocery store yesterday because I was getting some stuff because I was like, you know, the next few days I'm gonna be up early, so I probably don't have time to like eat anything. So I got like things that are easy to eat. This is like the Celsius, because it sounds good, sparkling fruit punch edition, but it's honestly not that good. Like when the first sip I was like, this kind of tastes like poop, but I'm drinking it anyway, so. Girl be drinking caffeine. Yes, for TFT or something. So, probably no Soul Link next week, or if it is, it's probably later. Um, good morning. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be here, so probably not going to Soul Link until later. Why exist anymore then? I mean, we'll probably Soul Link like the week after. Actually, ooh. Well, no. I can still do the Monday after. Actually, I lied. It's the last week of May where I have something. The 25th and the 26th. And then other than that, I don't really have anything. Shouldn't be too bad, guys. I might have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the PAXing, or maybe it won't be ready till then. But I feel like no, it's not the whole last week. It's just 2 days for me. But we could still have the goal up then. Pooping on company time. You go, girl. Tactical poop during sponsor. It's not tactical. It's just like it's a brewing. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's not ready, but you feel like it's there. I'm really like pirate. How am I like pirate software? I'm now looking over at my screen and magically saying, "Oh yeah, I get it now, and it's time to poop." It's like using Bide? Yeah, kind of. No, it's more like future sight, because you know, it's like it's about to be there, but it's like it takes a couple of turns for it to like, you know, happen. Or stockpile, yes, or like stockpile. Should I get food? I do not have the same hair color as pirate software. Doesn't pirate software have like brown hair? Girl, this ain't even the same. Hello, Puyamon. How are you? Did you guys have breakfasts already? Well, I also have like a pre-made salad from the grocery store. I could eat that. No, I don't eat breakfast. Girl! Why don't you guys eat breakfast? Breakfast, as SpongeBob says, the most important meal of the day. So, yeah, I feel like you guys should be eating breakfast. Okay, the thing is, I usually eat after I wake up. Like, unless if I really have something to do and I don't have time to eat, I usually eat. Like, within, you know, however long it takes me to, like, wake up and then make food. Thank you for gifting 25 subs, Archangel. Thank you. If you guys got a sub, please make sure to say thank you. I don't eat 100 grams total per day. That is just, on average, what are my meal times? I mean, I don't have, like, set times where I eat meals. It's more like in regards to, like, when I wake up and then what I have to do. If I don't have to do anything, I'm eating, like, off the bat. But if I have something to do, then I usually get ready for it first, and then I eat. So yeah. How big is my breakfast? Whenever I wake up, well, it's not technically breakfast. It's like more like lunch or like because for when I wake up. But I usually eat a decent amount, unless if I know I have something to do, then I'm not gonna eat like super heavy, or else I'm. But. What I have the other... I don't remember what I had yesterday. What did I have yesterday? I had some sushi, and then I had a sandwich. I had a nice turkey sandwich on sourdough bread with cheese and lettuce and mayo. That's what I had. And then I had... Yeah, those are my, like, 2 things that I ate. Because I didn't eat them. Rich people food! A sandwich being rich people food? Looking into this. I don't think... Sandwiches are maybe one of the more cost-efficient foods you could eat. But, you know. Any food is rich people food in this economy. Girl, the eggs. Have you seen the Uniqlo Pokemon t-shirts? No, I haven't. When your personal butler made for me, God, I don't have a personal butler. I make my own sandwiches. Girl, the Yags. Congrats on being an American Pope, thanks. Eating is a privilege, and yeah, that's why I be eating all the time. I love food. Food's so delicious and Counter Strike Stream 1? Girl, I don't play CS. I mean, it looks fun sometimes, I must say. The new Pope hates gays, though? Never mind. Not my, hashtag not my Pope. Not an ally. Be new. Girl looks better than Valorant. Oh, I agree. I think CS is way better than Valorant. Yesterday, Ray asked me to play Valorant, and I was like, I'm sorry, I have a headache, I can't. My queen. Next time I will. When I have to say no to a beautiful woman, God, get freaking falls to my knees and dies. No, not Ray Ditch Ray, like Valkyrie Ray. Ray with an E, not a Y, sorry. But I'm excited to watch that. Wait, have you guys watched Thunderbolts yet? Thunderbolts will be exciting, right? Wait, I forgot to respond to, where's this guy? Seeing it this weekend, you're gonna watch it tomorrow? Yippee! Thank you for the 13 months. Go, thank you. Bucky gets a 5K with his ult and says again in that tone. Wait, really? Spoilers. Wait, I actually did get kind of spoiled because I saw that someone appears in the movie, but I didn't know that. But I mean, I guess I'll know it. But I mean, I'm not upset about being spoiled. Marvel slop. Yippee! Thunderbolt is fantastic. You cried? Wait a minute. Tears warning on this one. Sinners is what you do. I also want to see that movie too because Daph said it was really good. But maybe I'll save that for a movie night instead. Oh my god, wait, we can have a housewarming party, aka when I move, but a movie night instead. Because doesn't it come out online, like later on? Like not too far from now? Yeah, I'm moving like at the end of this month-ish, maybe, or I don't know, it depends. We'll see when the move-in date is. Sinners and Minecraft double feature chicken jockey. It's been so long since the last movie night, yeah. I mean, I've been maxing some stuff, spots for maxing, and some other things because, you know, moving and whatnot, so. Daph was telling me, oh yeah, what was it? The other day, Flint and Steel, because she was talking about, like, being off Sentinels or whatever. Because Daph has always been, like, Daph has always said nice things about Sentinels, but I guess the FPS bros heard her say the Sentinels banner is ugly or something, and they got really mad or, like, thought she was really entitled for saying, and ungrateful for saying the Sentinels banner was ugly. And I was like, I've heard her say nothing but good things about Sentinels and how good they were to her, and then the only thing she said, the banner's freaking ugly, which I agree, that banner is freaking, like, it's just, like, it's, like, changing the scenes or, like, changing, like, pictures and, like, it's, like, there, and it's, like, yeah, apparently the FPS bros were chirping, or she was telling me about it, and I was like, well, and then I was like, well, you know what? The FPS, well, just don't mind it because the FPS bros, all they literally have to say other than, like, complain is exclamation point sent, exclamation point specs, exclamation point, settings, and then, yo, like, what, exclamation point crosshair? That's exclamation point rank. They have no, like, actual thoughts on them, like, all they know how to say is just, I don't know, just like the settings of like their favorite player, and that's it. And I'm like, well, and then just like a NT GG or LOL points at you and laughs. Exclamation point, I want to be. Yeah, I mean, There's nothing wrong with like wanting to know someone's sense, but if that's like literally your whole identity, like it's crazy. Like if you probably went into an FPS bros like chat logs, there is no single like independent thought or like message they put. It's just literally exclamation point sense in like across like 50 different chats. I think that's funny. You will not be playing like the person. I mean, some people just like trying out different numbers for senses, which is like, I get it, but like, yeah, copying someone's sense is not gonna make you play like them for sure. But I was just like, stop, stop saying things about death now, or else I will freaking break your legs. The music is hitting. Yeah, this is a good song. It would be crazy to see everyone's chat logs in chat. I mean, I don't really care for chat logs, unless if you're being annoying, then I'll be like, yeah, that adds up, but... Drone strike them immediately, rapidly. Intense chat? I mean, I feel like if you go into any FPS mains chat, that will literally, like, their sense will change, like, every single day. Or it's like, some people change it so much that their command is like, this person changes their sense so often we can't keep up with it, so it's like... Which is true. Like, my friends, they change their sense, they're like, God, you know who's... Balls is really... He always change, like he's like, yeah, something doesn't feel right. I'm gonna change my mouse. I'm gonna change my mouse pad. I'm gonna change my keyboard actually, and then I'm gonna change my sense, and then I'm also gonna change my outlines. I'm gonna change this and that. I'm like, girl, stick to one thing for like a day, please. When you think about it, everything's Feels wrong. That is true. Does it hurt my wrist? No, my wrists don't hurt after gaming. Honestly, the only thing that hurts like my hands slash wrists is if I don't sleep well or if I don't rest well, and then I feel it in my bones. I'm like, oh god, I'm actually old. Like I'm like, gah. I can feel it in my joints. Like I didn't have enough rest. I don't have shoulder pain. I don't have shoulder pain. I don't have like back pain. The only time I have back pain is when I'm on my period, which is like pretty common for like women anyway. But then, yeah, that's about it. Unless if I did something to hurt my back or something. But my wrists and my back and my shoulders are like all fine computer wise. Actually, I guess it's because I always put like a pillow behind on my back, and then I that helps with my posture a lot. It makes me not shrimp because I have something to like lean back on, but not like too far back. Uh, Not having body pain is a big flex. Well, I do have body pain though, like when I don't sleep well. But I am very grateful to not have like other pains. So I work out not very often, but sometimes if I'm too lazy to go to the gym, I'll hit the like I have like a kettlebell that has like interchangeable weights. So yeah. I mean, I've been eating cleaner, but I feel like it does make me feel a little bit better or like less sluggish, but the caffeine, I need a lot of caffeine. I'm so strong. I am not strong. My arms are so weak, but my legs are strong. I've been eating. What do I eat? Usually if I make myself food, it's like it's like this leafy greens mix. Like I put that at the bottom cuz I'm like a person I have to like volume eat. Like I need to eat a lot cuz I can't eat like like a portion and feel full. I need to eat I need like a huge bowl for me to like feel full because something even if it's like the caloric intake of something is like or like something that should satisfy me, it doesn't. So I need to eat like a lot. So that's why I have like a lot of vegetable. I like vegetable max because I'm like, now I'm eating a ton. But yeah, I usually have that, and then I have like whatever of choice. It could be like rice or like quinoa or like pasta or something, and then some protein, and then maybe like an avocado sometimes. If I'm feeling fancy, and then yeah, and then some like dressing, and then that's my usual like meal. And it fills me up for like a good amount of time. What's the plan today? I have a pack sponsor, which is in like 10 minutes, so I'm just kind of waiting for that. Why do I never post on Instagram? Because it sucks, bro. The only time I post on Instagram is for sponsors. I'm gonna be honest. Like, there's nothing to be... Like, okay, social media these days, they just freaking suck. There's nothing to be had. There's no... Like, before, it used to be fun. Well, at least Twitter used to be fun. But now it's just all slop. And it's not, like... I don't spend time on there at all, because it's freaking poo. Never do anything for free. No, I mean, like... I don't know, there's no want or will to, like, post anything. Unless if I, like, have something to share, which is, like, not very often that I feel like sharing or care for sharing. Maybe if I, like, went on vacation or if there's something nice that I wanted to, like, share, like, hey, I went to whatever with my friends and it was a good time, but, like... I don't, like, Twitter is just slop, and it's, like, sometimes you'll just see, like, the same tweet recycled, like, 50 times by different accounts because they're, like, engagement farming. And then, like, there's a bunch of AI slop now, too. And then it's just, like, some people like the AI slop because they don't even know what, they can't tell if it's AI or they don't look closely. And I'm like, get this AI slop off my feed. Literally this emote. Like, every time I go on Twitter, I'm just, like... Get this off my feed, bro. Yeah, I like barely scroll Twitter. I'm like... Old people can't tell the difference. Girl, it's people that, like, are in my age range, and like, guys. But yeah. I mean, I feel like watching videos is like nice. So like YouTube's not bad. But yeah, I mean like Twitter, Instagram, whatnot, it's just like everything is slop these days and I don't really care for it. The only time I care for something is like maybe I see a funny post, a little funny, or like my friends post something and I'm like, I liked this. But then other than that, I have no interest in like whatever. Did I lose my YouTube password again? No. I have my YouTube. I have my Japan stuff still, but I actually was looking back on my Japan stuff like 2 days ago, and I was like, oh, this was really nice, and I have some cute clips of the ladies, but there any hashtag I'm supposed to put in my stream title? The only thing they said was to mod the PAX East bot so it could do like the chat bot thing in my channel, and that's about it. Shrug. So, I mean, if that's all that they wanted me to do in my stream... Shrug. Shrug. Well... Shrug. Thank you for the 8 months, zombies, and thank you. Maybe I'll just put like hashtag sponsored in the title. Watching packs. I don't know. Probably. There's my title. I mean, I'm on time. It's for Mafia. Forager, yippee! The bot is working. Those YouTube shorts though. Wait, what were the YouTube shorts? Dude, yes, my YouTube shorts. I mean, it's just nefarious. Like, I get on YouTube at like 3 a.m. and then I just see all these food shorts. Gog, so hunger.
Everything
watching
for my
everyone's
family.
city.
For the last 10 years, all I'd done was kill. I killed for my family.
Is volume
I killed
moved?
anybody that got in my way.
It doesn't look like. Yeah, I think
Family
I think that
who
was
you're
what
born
was it
with.
before, and then now it's Mafia.
It's who you die for.
I'm pretty sure it's like an automated thing. Family. Oh my god, like. Woo!
What's up, Boston? How are we this lovely Thursday morning?
Boston? I thought you said Austin, but it's Boston.
Boston, you can do better than that. I said, how are we?
Wait, the crowd is freaking dead. It's just the first are just like, woo.
At least that second time got the Ghostbuster to yell. He still didn't clap. He yelled, though. I appreciate
There's
that.
like
You wanna
5
clap
people.
for me?
I
Stand up
mean,
and clap
it's
right now.
really early. It's
All right,
like 2
everybody be more like
p.m.
the Ghostbuster. What's
And
up,
then also
everybody?
it's a
Welcome
Thursday,
to your
right? So
Mafia,
people
the
are at
old
work.
country
I mean, on the
PAX
weekend, I'm
East
sure it'll
panel. My name's Greg
more
Miller
crowded,
from Kinda
but-
Funny Games. And who's been to a PAX panel
be. Okay,
before?
listen. Early, I'm saying people are at work.
A lot of you raised your
So
hands.
no one could
That
be-
means you've
like,
been to
all
bad
the
PAX
jobbers
panels,
can't
all
be at PAX
Today's about
East
energy.
at
get
2
to
p.m.
see
because they're at
stuff
work.
from the game that no one's seen. You get
Anyway.
to hear straight from the developers. That's exciting.
Who's excited?
So when you see or hear something you like, I need you cheering.
No one who
all right?
goes to
3,
these
2,
is
1,
employed
go.
full time. Okay, there are jobbers that like the game,
And when you
so
hear
they
something
probably
you
wish
don't
they could
like
go to
the
this,
game's
but they have
delayed,
work.
you boo. But the game's not actually delayed.
Yay!
See everybody.
What
We're
you
gonna look at the
watching?
gameplay, of course. We're
PAX?
gonna have some spotlights with the developers,
Mafia?
and then we are going to get to pick the brains of Hangar 13. But before all of that, let's watch some really cool videos, okay?
Yay! Video watching. Intense violence, blood, and gore suggestive.
Come in.
Didn't say Yama. It's because we're on company time right now.
Bravery is not common in this world, and so loyalty,
I would if I could.
honor, obedience. They set the man apart from the rest.
Is this max quality? Yes, it is. Is that
This matter
1080?
is not yet resolved.
Unless if the Twitch stream looks better, then I could switch to the Twitch stream. But it is kind of like the bit. Oh wait, sometimes the bitrate gets funky. Oh, the boss just saying whatever. I'm sure it's perfect quality and is on our ends. Very nice. So true. There's no way this bot is. I think it's just there to say whatever games. But I mean, for me, it's just gonna post ads for everything. That's our friend for the hour. And for tomorrow as well. And on Sunday. Wait, aim? This guy's aim is kinda... I mean, he kinda missed a couple of bullets on the guy in front of him, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, wait a minute, he freaking dodged that, John. Looking like
everyone,
Brendan.
I'm Nick Baines, president of Hangar 13. We hope
Hello.
you enjoyed this new look at gameplay in Mafia: The Old Country.
Wait, why is
We're
this
just
so... I
3
can
short
barely
months
hear
away now
him.
from getting this game in your
Hold
hands,
on.
and we can't wait. Mafia: The Old Country is an origin story for the Mafia
Oh!
universe. And as
Sorry,
such,
I accidentally
both a
clicked
step forward
a little
and
too
a
high.
return to the fundamentals of the franchise.
Is this good?
The heart of Mafia has always been deep, immersive storytelling.
My
and Mafia:
bad.
The Old Country
Go
is
meta,
no exception.
sorry.
It's a premium experience in the vein of early Mafia games, with a linear narrative set against the stunning, authentic backdrop of 1900 Sicily. That focus has allowed
New
us
Mafia?
to deliver a
Yippee!
classic organised crime
That's
drama
not
in the
Northern
period authentic
Lion.
Mafia rules
He
and
doesn't have
traditions
the
of the era.
headset, nor
And
does he have
as
the
you just saw,
glasses.
we've made some exciting gameplay updates. Whether you're using a knife
that
or a
Northern
gun,
Lion
using
brother?
stealth or in a shootout, this is brutal and grounded in all the best ways. It's all going to pull you in from every angle, pushing the franchise forward in a location and time painstakingly created with the
Southern
utmost
Lamb.
authenticity and detail using Unreal
Can I
Engine
move
5.
my cursor?
Stick around, because next up
It's
is our
not
development
me.
team.
I don't know
Brought
why
some
it's
behind
doing.
the scenes
Oh,
insights on how we brought this
wait, my
title
thing
to
was
life.
stuck on
And
it. What
stay
the
tuned
fork?
between now and August, as we'll have even more to tell and show. Thanks for joining us on this journey.
because my cursor was on my right monitor, but I think it was just stuck on the volume button.
Come in.
Playing a classic mob
Our
movie.
top goal for
mob
every
like
Mafia game is to deliver the promise to a player that you're going to play a classic mob movie. Mafia: The Old Country is a linear crime drama set against a beautiful Sicilian backdrop. The first step for us was to make sure that we were nailing all of the things that players expect from a Mafia game. The quality of its storytelling, how immersive it is, how authentic it is. Previous Mafia
a
games
new
have been
Pope
set in
in
big
this
American
game,
cities.
yeah.
We've
Wait till the
taken
end for the
action
new
and we've
Pope
put our
reveal in the
story
Mafia
in
in the
rural
Mafia
Sicily,
game.
in the place where the Mafia began.
You really feel like you're transported into another time. It feels really unique and different, but yet really familiar. Players are really going to enjoy that aspect of it.
Our entry point for making these crime dramas is always the protagonist. We wanted to make sure that our main character, Enzo Favara, lives up to the standard
Stabs
which
you?
we've set in the
Blech.
past, and I hope in some ways even exceeds that.
All of the men in this room.
Why does
are
the
bound
main
by
character
blood.
remind me of the Lies
Enzo
of P
grows up
main
in
character? I think
a
it's
sulfur
just
mine. He's
the
one of a bunch
curly
of
hair.
children that are sold
Can
to
you
the
collab
mine
with
owners at
Force
this
and he's
point in
also
history
doing a
in
watch
Sicily.
party?
Their life expectancy is short. and
Okay,
they're
yeah, should I
essentially seen
knock
as
on
disposable.
Force
Enzo turns to
stream?
crime as a means to make something of
And
himself.
see if he
The
wants to
odds are
collab
stacked
with
against
me?
him. So what does he do? He sees an opportunity
Yeah,
for
no, I'm not
himself to
doing that.
gain some status, to gain some
Knock
respect.
on
Do
Northern
you
Lion
wish to
girl,
commit
no.
to this family?
I am
do.
not
Swearing
doing
the
that.
oath is the chance for him to finally be accepted.
You guys have
He's
never
found a
live at the
family.
same
It's
time.
the thing
Rare
he's been
collab
searching for his
chance?
entire life.
No.
But it comes at a cost.
I think players are in for an emotional roller coaster. The high stakes of the Mafia life
you think when you
present
become a game
opportunities
dev,
for
you
the
become
storytellers
bald?
to
Like, you
take
just start
players and
losing
put players through
hairs
the
over
ringer
time?
really, in terms of what happens to the character, what happens
Wait,
to
actually,
them in
that's
the game.
not true because Concerned Ape has a full head of hair, and he
What makes a
literally
really
rocks the
compelling
same fit. I think I
gameplay
watched
experience is the mix
his
of high
interview
intensity
like not
combat,
that long
cover play,
ago.
cover
I think it was like a
shooting,
month
set
ago.
by these beautiful cinematics that
You think
make
his hair
what
is
you do in the
fake?
combat so much more meaningful
It's
because
a
you're fighting
wig.
someone
He's
you
an
really
indie
believe.
dev. It doesn't
Authenticity
count. But I
and
mean, he's still a
immersion are
game
key.
dev.
And so we wanted to
If
take
anything,
that
being an
philosophy
indie dev is
from the
more
storytelling
stressful
and
because
make
you have
sure
to
that it
do
was
it all by
consistent in the
yourself.
gameplay.
You know, whether you come for that core cover combat shooting
I
experience
mean, he has
or
other
that
things
white
now,
knuckle
but, like-
driving experience, we have that in Mafia: The Old Country, but it's unique.
There's some downbeats,
His
there's
hair
some
is
deep
AI.
storytelling
Yeah, but he
moments,
makes
and then there's
most of
some
the
like
money.
high intensity action. And I think that's what makes Mafia
Oh,
missions
so you think he
and the general
preserves his hair
experience
with the
so
money that
interesting
he
is that we're
makes?
constantly trying to change that roller coaster experience that you're on.
Enzo's proving himself with guns, and we wanted the combat to feel like there was a scarcity
Sneaking.
of resources, so you have to be more
Manage
tactical
his
in the
hair,
way
though?
that you approach combat. The knife
Okay, but
has
was he
been
really
an
a
integral
game
part
dev, or
of
did he just
gameplay. It's
say
a part of
but did
Sicilian
he just,
culture.
like, work
We wanted our
at
gameplay to
Blizzard
be
for
immersive,
7 years
to have a
and
life or
know
death kind of vibe. So when players are in a knife duel, when they're in a gunfight, they're genuinely fearing for their lives.
My
Was this
flesh
a game
must
tester?
burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
He doesn't have to report to management or executive, so Concerned Ape doesn't lose
Bringing
his
1900
hair.
Sicily to life for
Well, he
us,
just
it
might be the
infuses
goat.
every
Q&A is not
aspect of the
game
development.
dev?
It's about the characters,
you're gonna
it's
make
about the
him freaking
music, it's
mad.
about the story, it's about the setting, it's about the vistas,
Okay, to be
it's
fair,
about the
in a
vehicles, it's
really
everything.
big
It
company,
always
I'm
starts
pretty
with
sure most
research,
QAs
it
might
always
just,
starts
like,
with immersing
sit there and
ourselves in the subject
twiddle their
matter.
thumbs and
So
do
whether that's
nothing and
reading
say
every
that
crime
they're
book around
testing
the
the game,
Sicilian
but not
Mafia,
really.
watching all of the movies, even driving the cars, firing
They
the
just play
weapons,
the game,
and then
but they're not really
translating that
doing
into the game,
anything.
that's the development experience.
We even sent
Wait,
some
new
folks out
season
to
Rick of
Sicily.
Morty,
we
May
were then able to
25th.
take
Wait,
all
who's
of those
excited?
experiences and try to translate it into
Pickle Rick.
an on-screen experience, but also a story. And those two things are woven together in a way that I think players are going to really enjoy.
Bravery is not
W
common
bot.
in this
That
world, and so
I'm
The
clearing
Mafia that
my
we see
calendar for May
in Mafia the Old
25th,
Country
guys.
is much different than the Mafia that we see in some of the other Mafia games. It's a time-honored tradition steeped in secrecy, and there's this sort of deep honor that we see within the Teresi family.
My
and
IQ is
within the
not high
characters
enough
there.
to
The
watch
characters' relationships with
Rick
each
and
other,
Morty.
the way they
I can't
behave.
speak.
He's very much
Don't
influenced
freaking say
by
that.
that setting and that
What is
cultural
this?
difference.
It's for Mafia.
This is a distinctive experience that I've never played before, and I'm sure that players are going to feel the same.
Wick and Modi.
Mafia the Old Country
Sorry,
is our
sometimes
first
I think
Unreal
I'm
5
too into
game
the.
in the
Sometimes I
studio,
talk like that
and
Widowy,
it's particularly
and then
suited
like,
to the Sicilian setting.
blends in
We've
with
really
how I
been
talk.
able to push the boat out in terms of sort of the real tiny details on everything.
Yeah,
Guys,
one of the
who's
big ones for
literally
me is
freaking excited
Metahuman.
for
You have
Mafia?
characters that have really lifelike expressions, micro
Oh,
details. Many times when
Rick.
I'm watching the game, especially on a big screen and
That's not
4K,
an
I start to
ooh
forget
voice.
that they're
That's
characters
like-
rendered in an engine. They just look like real
That's like the
characters in a
nerds
movie.
like,
I think that's the level of immersion that we want, and it allows
you-
people, I think, to really suspend their
Quinn
disbelief
says,
and go along
"Oh
for the
yeah,
ride.
Enzo
is that
is
the
beautifully rendered in the game,
Quinn
and I
says
think he's one of the most compelling
that one?
game characters
The
we've
one
seen
with
for
the
a
guy
long
with the
time.
fedora.
The thing I'm most excited about for Mafia the Old
and then he,
Country
like,
is
claps
finally
his
getting the
feet
game in
together, or
players'
he always,
hands.
like,
The
shows
story
his
pulls
feet
you through really
in his
quickly, and at the
video. He gets
end,
a
it takes your
Discord
breath
mod
away, and it's
voice.
one that you're not going to want to spoil for your
Snap
friends.
The
belt with
visuals and
feet. Yeah,
storytelling
that guy.
are absolutely next level.
Our setting's completely distinctive. Our story's completely unique. This is a game that you haven't played before. The best crime
That guy
stories have
scares
unforgettable
me.
twists, and this game's
I mean,
no
he's
exception.
just doing it for
Players
the
in for a treat.
hashtag bit.
welcome, Enzo.
What am I talking about? I'm literally just yapping over this mob trailer. August 8th, pre-order now, guys!
And that's our panel, everyone.
Yay!
Oh, I thought you'd boo that. No, it was a boo moment. It was a boo moment. You got to get better at this. Ladies, gentlemen, and NBs, please put your hands together
Wait, so
for, of course, the
inclusive.
team
What a
of
king.
development leads from Hangar 13, the people making Mafia the Old Country.
Yay! Clappy!
All right, let's start with first day of school kind of stuff.
Oh, I'm
Who are
blocking.
you and
I
what
need
do you
to move
do?
myself.
Hello, Greg. I'm
Wait,
Nick Baines. I'm
now
the studio
I see
president
why.
at Hangar
There's
13.
literally Rick and Morty at the top.
I'm Alex Cox. I'm the game
Moving you
director
guys
of
over.
Mafia the Old Country.
Excuse me.
Hello everyone, I'm Tomasz Iwicik, I'm the cinematic director.
Actual Northern Lion on stream? Wait! He just needs the headset and
Of
he's
course,
complete.
I want to dive in to Mafia the Old Country and talk all
Chills.
about this. It's the new game, it's the hotness, it's that. But we would be remiss if we didn't call out at the very beginning, the little trailer, the tease of this has been 23 years of Mafia games. Nick, what does that mean to you?
23 years?
Well, it's incredible. I
Olay.
think, to work on a franchise and
His
a
current
series
stream
of
is
games
pre-recorded.
this
He's
well
actually a
loved by the
game
players
dev by
and
night. It's
also
like,
by the developers. It's like people join this studio to work on this
he's
game.
like
and there's so much
Batman,
passion for it, and
except he's a game dev by
the opportunity
night
to take it
and
forwards
a
to a new
streamer
whole
by
new
day.
story is something that's really huge.
British
and
Northern
important
Lion.
to us.
I'm not bald.
But something also that people
I
don't
do
always
have a
realise when
headset,
they
but
hear
it's not
about
the same
Hangar
color as
13
Northern Lion.
and they think about Mafia 3 or they think
can
about
be-
Mafia Definitive Edition.
Hold
But
on, I have
Hangar
the-
13.
Definitive
I
edition,
have a
come on.
headset. Hold on. And
I was
have
having dinner with Ben
glasses.
Starr
Give me a
last night.
moment.
He was like, no one talks enough about Definitive. I'm like, no
Looking
one
into
talks
this.
enough about Definitive Edition.
I agree.
Thanks
I
for
agree.
30 months,
But the thing is, people don't realise necessarily that Hangar 13 has a lot of people that worked on Mafia all the way back to the very beginning.
I don't
we've,
have the
we've got
hair,
studios in the UK
but
and
I
in the Czech
have
Republic, who,
glasses.
by the way, they are hard at
Give me a
work on
moment.
this game right now. But
Girls
they've taken a
doing
break to
anything
tune
but
in
watching,
to this. So
watching this, by the
big
way.
shout out to those guys. Big shout out to those guys.
This.
And so yeah, it's just something that
The hair?
it really
I
is
don't have
in
the hair, but I have,
you know,
like,
the
a
DNA
headset.
of the studio.
Sure.
And I mean, I've
Then
been
I
here
have
for
to
like
be
7-8 years.
rotated at this angle.
The two gentlemen to my left have
But I
been
need,
working
like,
on the
a
projects for
I need-
much longer,
welcome-
and they
close
have
enough,
Mafia
welcome
running
back,
through their veins.
Northern
So,
Line.
Alex, how long have you been
And then
working
if you
on the
just
project?
think about it, my hair kind of blends
I've
in
been
with
working on
my
Mafia
wall.
since 2007,
It's like
so
the
I'm
same thing, right?
a relative
And all I
spring
have to
chicken
do-
compared
I
to some
would
of
really
those
love to
who've
just
been
to,
around
like-
for a little longer than me.
wait,
but yeah,
let
my
me
first
tuck
game
my
was
hair
my
back,
first
right?
Mafia game was Mafia
So I
2,
look
still
more
very close to my
bald.
heart, very dear to
And
my heart.
then-
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I was one of
Gotta
these
move
the
my
fans
hair.
that Nick mentioned. You
I
know,
would
like
put
I
a-
remember
can
distinctly
someone-
playing the first
I need
Mafia
to
game
put-
23
I
years
can't do
ago.
it
So
'cause
I,
it's a
you know, I
sponsor. I
played
would
it.
put,
My
like,
first experience was as a
Ballotro in
player.
the back, or,
I
like-
fell in love with the franchise.
or like
then,
a-
you know,
what
it
is he
was
usually play
really,
now? That
you know, if you
freaking
guys
card
remember the first
game?
Mafia,
What
it
is
was
it
one of the
called?
first games that really went
The-
hard on a movie-like cinematic experience. It really blew me away at the time.
The
I just left
Bazaar,
uni,
the
I was a film
Bazaar.
student,
Yeah,
right,
I
so it was
put the
really, like,
Bazaar
digging into the
right
whole idea
here,
of
and then-
games as movies at the time. And
then I
so
gotta-
when I
and then I
finally
need
joined the
facial hair,
joined the
though,
franchise a
but
few years later,
yeah, it's my
I was
Northern
immensely
Line call.
excited and
Mama
still am to
Liz's
be working on
chili
something, and I'm very
oil.
glad that people still want to play this kind of games today. So 18 years
Say
of
something that
time
he-
on the
some-
franchise
say
for me,
something
which
smart that he'd say. Chicken
even after
jockey.
all that time,
He does like
I've
saying
not
that,
managed
by
to
the
make my way
so
onto the box art.
Don't freaking
unlike my
hate me
friend
for
Thomas
that.
here to my left, who is
If you're a
featured
true
on.
You're the box art.
hashtag
Yeah.
Northern Line viewer,
What do
he
you-
does say
do we
that,
have an
so.
accent?
Plus
What does that
two,
mean? Here's
Thank
the
you.
box art.
See? Someone who
Like one of the
knows.
artists just took the photo.
Oh my
we had a
God.
Well, I'm
fan,
not
so
a
yeah.
fake fan.
That's me 25 years ago.
Okay. Let's kill this guy.
As a young mafioso.
So not so much a spring chicken. You've been around, Thomas.
Little bit. So yeah, it's been incredible experience working on all the mafia titles, and what excites me the most is that everything we learned
Wait,
on the
now I'm
journey
cutting off
we
this
can
guy.
now
Where do I
bring
put
and
myself to
use
not
it
cut
on
off
this
someone?
new origin story and elevate it to next level of the
Never mind.
storytelling.
I mean, that's a great transition. So then Nick as president, big highfalutin
fine.
title, even though you've
Dead
barely been here a
center.
minute.
I think that would cut off.
What
a
are you
lot of
taking
people.
from Mafia 1, 2, and 3 when
Turn
you look
off
at Mafia the
cam.
Old Country, when you guys set off to do something that is so
disappear.
radically different?
Yeah, well, it's radically different in some ways, and in other ways, it's
Can I
very much still in
pretend like I'm a
the
part
same
of-
vein as the other games. It has the same DNA. I
hold
think
on.
when we set out to make a Mafia game, and
My
when we think about
stupid
what a Mafia game is,
sponsor.
we really identify, what the DNA of that experience is, and there's certain pillars that we look at when
Wait,
when we're
bring him
deciding exactly what it
back.
is we want to feature or how we want to, what the gameplay, what the story. So, for example, historical pulp fiction,
Wait, I gotta put
brutal
up my
worlds of
glasses
organised
to
crime,
fit in, 'cause some of them have
gifted
glasses.
anti-heroes, setting as a main character, and themes of power. I think if you played
This
other
is the
Mafia games,
person we
you'll recognise
paid
all
to
of those
s-
things as
to
really
s-
key
Yeah.
to
elements
sponsor
of them. I
for-
think all of those
for
are
a
definitely true in
thing.
all the games. So when we look at what's next, we look back to this and we think, how does what we're making now fit in with those and deliver the kind of Mafia experience that
Wait,
players
I'm-
want and that we want to make.
So then let's move on. Let's talk about Mafia the Old Country.
Yeah, wait,
Everybody's
how do I
excited
fit
for it.
in there?
I think
Oh, wait, here
what
I am.
immediately
Wait,
jumps
no.
off at me, right, as a
God dang
fan
it.
is, okay, it's a prequel.
They keep
It's a
moving-
new
they keep
location.
going
it
too
seems like
fast.
a new tone. Am I wrong about that, Alex? I'm going off of what I've seen here.
Well, the tone is, the tone is a little different to the other games, of course, but the
30-year-old?
setting is different
Not
to the
yet,
other games. So that's the
actually.
reason why the tone feels a little
what
different.
do
It's
we
more
know?
of an, it's got a kind
Yet.
of adventure vibe to it. Again, you saw in the video there, riding through the countryside,
Actually,
chasing that cart, for
I
example,
put myself in
from
the middle there
trailer.
because you guys
It's,
told me to. I did not think of
the
that myself.
tone and the
I'm
setting of
just
the game has
saying.
been, tailored around a 1900s Sicilian setting. We're not in a city anymore like the Mafia trilogy titles. We're out in the
Okay,
countryside.
I'm
we
literally
are in a time
scrolling
before
back up.
Tommy guns and such like, right? So we're in a kind of a.
Can
an
you
old-
pretend like you're part of the panel? Wait,
just
can
in
you
we're
try
just
to
in a different
RP
age.
like you're at the
so
panel?
that's kind of like infused all aspects of the design and the creative direction. And also, this is an origin story. We've gone back to the start of the timeline of the franchise story. We're still in the Mafia universe, but we've gone back a little bit
See,
of time.
someone has
to right to the
responsibility.
very
I
beginnings, but
100%
also
asked.
not just the beginning of that
W
story, but the story of
gaslight.
organized crime. We all
have a good idea, I think, of like what
I've
the
gotten
American mafia looks
schizo,
like from films
no.
and TV shows. Probably less of a clear idea about what the Sicilian mafia
Hungry.
is
Should
or
I
what
get
that meant, but
foodie?
that is the start of it all. They invented the term, you know.
I don't
so
even believe they specify so you
that,
can
and
use any
that's what our
judgment
story's
if you
about.
wanna
Is going
include
back to the
packs
start
with the
there,
game/dev.
exploring what
Okay.
what caused the Sicilian mafia to
See?
sort of originate in the first
They
place.
did not
and
tell me to
you know,
put
set
anything
the
else, I
course
just
for what
put
happens next
sponsored, and
later
they're
in the,
just like-
in the mafia story.
When they just tell me
Thomas, I think,
use your
you know,
best judgment.
Looking at the trailer, the gameplay, and of course the cinematics and stuff, what really pops is the performances right now. Obviously, when we get on sticks, it'll be a different feeling. Nobody's getting on mouse and keyboard. When we get on sticks,
What are they talking? They're talking
it'll
about
be a different
hashtag
feeling.
mafia.
Oh, there's an undercurrent of a boo there.
I'm not a pro level streamer. I'm literally just. I'm literally
Talk
just
to me
here for the
about
vibes.
what it was approaching casting for this. How do you go and do something that's a period piece but is being done in modern times? What do you? What was that like?
We had a
I'm
very strong
not an
casting team behind
influencer.
us to help us to filter down
Don't freaking call me
all
that.
the candidates
Hashtag
to final
positive
selection. We
vibes.
spent over like 2 months interviewing all the talents, having the calls to making sure that we
not.
are selecting the best possible
It's
fit
not.
for
I'm
each of the
not
role.
an influencer.
And I have to say
I
that
don't
we are
want to be an
really lucky
influencer.
that
I
we
just
ended up
wanna
with
be a
our first
guy.
choices for each of the role of the main character. You know, every
Blur
game is
influencer? I
very
love Blur.
unique.
Blur
Every
was so
Mafia game
cute.
is very unique. And it's in a big part due to the cast and especially to the lead.
Keep
so
telling yourself
casting
that?
Enzo was
Okay.
very critical to us. We were
Warp.
looking for someone who can embody the specific
I am
Enzo's
now
journey
aware of this game.
and,
A plus
help us to
streamer
set the
influence.
distinct tone
But wait,
of
I
the- of
heard
the
that
narrative,
streamers ruin games.
And authenticity is also a huge part
I don't
of
have a business
our
card.
project.
Girl,
So
what
casting
business?
for 90s Sicily meant that we had to pay close attention to all the details, nuances, even in the dialogues. So we hired dialogue coach who helped us to and actors to mentor and make sure that all the dialogues were feeling the natural and authentic to this period.
Awesome.
He has
Alex,
cauliflower ear.
piggybacking off
What?
that, we're
You're
talking
looking
about
at
cast,
his
we're
ears.
talking about how close they have to work together. Because
Can I
of course,
summarize
the
it
Mafia is
in
all
the
about
end?
family.
Yeah, I can. So
What is the
basically, what they're
family in
saying
this
was.
narrative? What are we getting into?
Yeah, it's a good question because, like, you know, all of these crime stories. I mean, you know, it's about family in some way, a crime family, but also family as it means to most of us, right? You know, the people you love and
hope
care
that
about.
helped.
And the drama in most crime
comms,
stories is
yeah.
about that, isn't it? Like
No
the difference in
problem.
the you know between those two types of families and the compromises, the decisions that the characters
Wait, the
have to make at
cauliflower
centre of the
ear
story
that I only
to trade off between those two
know
things. In
is
our
like
story,
from pets. Like sometimes,
Enzo
like old
begins the story. He has
pets,
no family. He's an
or
orphan.
like if
he
they have like
grows up
ear
in a
infections,
sulfur mine in a
their
very
ears
terrible
start shriveling up, and
environment.
it's like cauliflower ear.
And when he finally finds his way
Good
into
morning.
the Teresi crime family, he finds
Test
a sense of
number
belonging, something he's
3?
been looking for all the time.
Guys,
But
don't
then
freaking
it's
click
about how
that.
much. But then
I don't know what
you know,
that is.
He's not quite sure what he wants. He wants a sense of belonging. He wants to fit in somewhere. A gang seems to offer him that kind
Too
of
late? I don't know what that is.
that environment.
You get
but
it
then
from
he also
grappling
has
'cause they
some
participate in combat. Yeah, that would make sense.
other
It's gone
inclinations
rogue.
as to what he might want from his life. So what's he prepared to sacrifice for his family? I mean, that's a big question around the whole story.
And it'll be answered.
Cauliflowers
Mafia, the
taste
old country.
pretty good. From cauliflower ear to the taste
You're a
of
tough one to
cauliflower.
crack, Alex. All right.
Why is
My
all my
notes
money
apparently
from my
say that,
bank
of course,
account
the
gone?
cast members have sent us messages that we are ready to show you. Are you wanting to see cast member messages?
Took me to
Patsies.
League Installer? Oh, jeez.
Ghostbuster seems iffy, but everybody else is in. Let's watch them.
Wait, I don't want to get... Oh,
Hi, my
God.
name is Ricardo Frascari, and I play
Hello.
Enzo Favara in Mafia the Old Country. Enzo is a kid who gets a really hard start in life working in the sulfur mines. But through how his work and his resilience, he earns a chance to redeem himself with the Teresi family. That's where he learns the real values of family and loyalty. Enzo is Caruso. Caruso is an orphan who was sold to slavery when he was a boy, who never knew family. And Teresis give him a chance to
Is Mafia
be
getting the entire hour? Yeah.
to belong and to make something out of himself. Enzo's characteristics are
Girl,
definitely
what are you
his
typing
strength,
in the chat?
his
Don't
loyalty,
freaking...
his
Don't say
resilience,
that about
and his
him.
determination. He's very determined to find his place in the world and to claim his spot as a free man. His strongest desire is to be a free man and
I'm only
to live his
streaming
own
for
life
this.
as he
This
wants.
is the only sponsored segment. I don't know if I'll feel like streaming after it or not. Though.
Nick, he was very handsome.
He is very handsome.
Is the entire cast as handsome?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
They don't pass the
before we
audit.
talk about
Oh, were
Enzo a minute,
they?
I just want to say firstly,
Bye-bye.
Ricardo has put in an amazing performance. I think the whole
Yeah, I have
cast
another
are
early
incredible,
one
and
tomorrow,
I think
but
the casting's been, like Thomas was saying,
see.
the casting
Tomorrow's
is
a
incredible for this game,
longer
I genuinely
day.
think, you know, we see it in game and we're like blown away ourselves, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
incredible. And
What is
also,
that
what's also cool,
message?
Ricardo is
Oh,
a really, really nice
geez.
guy.
I need
He
to find
actually
my
flew out
capture
to
card.
our studio in
I
Czech
don't know
Republic
where it went.
about a
I
month
didn't
ago.
even like move
And hung
it.
out with the team,
Where
played the
did I
game,
put
and
it?
yeah, so he's a top guy as well
If I
as
can't
being
find my capture
what I
card, I
think
guess I'm not
is
streaming
going to be
Mario Party, but
Enzo
if I
is
find
one
it, I
of
guess we'll
I
stream
think going to be
Mario
the
Party.
next fan
Shrug.
favorite character. His
It's over
story
there.
is really emotional. You see him going from real rags to Richie, but it's riches.
Under
But
there?
he's, you know, he really starts at the bottom of
Underwear.
those Soulful Minds. It's a pretty horrific start to life. And yeah, he has some
Man.
highs and some lows as he goes along the story. But I think everyone's going to love it.
Is this a new one I got? No, I didn't get a
really
new
do think,
capture card.
yeah,
It's
he's up there with the best.
I unplugged my
Mafia main
capture
character.
card
That's
'cause I
a,
was
that's
trying to use
a
them
highfalutin
as
praise. All right,
It
that's a good list of characters right there.
things,
Okay,
the
hold them to it,
cords for my
everybody.
camera,
Let's see who we have
but
next.
then I realized it was the wrong one. Oops. Oop. What the what?
This is where you boo. You can boo here.
Should I?
Thank you.
Should I eat
You're
salad
getting
or
it.
should
You're
I eat a
getting it,
bento,
everybody.
like a fish katsu bento? Which one should
piano.
I eat? Thoughts? I have my brother got
Well,
me
I
a
hope you're
bento
happy,
thing.
everybody. You
Bento.
ruined
Should I
PAX
get it?
East.
Yeah, I think
Panel
I'm
number
hungry.
3 of the day, and
Thoughts on
everything
this?
dies.
Wait, what is that? Wait, I don't.
Me? I'm not pressing the buttons. I didn't do anything. Good Lord. All right, let's reboot the thing there. You know what I mean? That's okay, everybody. No. What? Windows need to update.
Hey,
Will there be a boot?
I'm Karina Conti, and I play the character of Isabella Torrisi in Mafia: The Old Country. Isabella is intelligent, courageous, and passionate. While she is born into privilege, she's overcome hardship in life. And I think, more than anything, more than even longing for her father's approval and love, I think she longs to drink deeply of life. I think she longs to fulfill her potential, and she's frustrated that the male-dominated society into which she was born doesn't allow her to do that. Isabella is a woman born ahead of her time. She is a loving daughter, but she's fiercely independent, and so she longs for freedom from the structures of conservative society and from her
Did I
father,
get you guys
Don
one?
Torrisi.
Well, I didn't get it. My brother got me it, so. Here, it's like fish katsu with tartar sauce and kimchi and.
Alex, talk to me about Isabella.
Croquet,
Well,
I guess.
yes.
And then
I mean,
some
Isabella
shrimp
is, as she
some
as
radish
Karina
and
there
some
mentioned in
rice.
the.
Why are you afraid of that microphone?
Huh?
You start here talking to it, and you go away from it. I don't need
So we
it.
don't
Talk to
get
the
some? No, I
microphone.
said
Alex,
you
there's
guys
people
can
here.
have some.
Is this
It's
better?
not that
That's
much
better.
to
That's
share.
better. Okay,
tasty
Isabella,
was it?
as Karina mentioned in the trailer, is Don Torrisi's daughter, and it really
There's
comes
like
back
a
to that
little
family thing
tab
we were
to,
talking
like,
about a
take
moment
off the
ago.
plastic
She
top,
represents
and
the
I
other side of the
accidentally
family
flipped
question
it
to
off.
Enzo. You know, like, is he going to commit to the crime family, or is there something else that he can commit to, a family more in a conventional sense, which is going to be closer to his heart? Karina's performance is absolutely incredible. Again, I'm really, really looking forward to for people to see her story and Isabella's story as she's playing as they're playing
Here,
through
you
the
guys
game.
can have-
So
before I bite into it, you
yeah,
guys can have
it's
one here.
another standout performance, I think.
I'm glad they got to see her message.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, round of applause for real to the PAX text making it happen.
Inhale.
If
wait,
you're a Kind of Funny fan, you know we wouldn't have come back. We would have just walked
that.
off. That's it. Go get lunch, Kevin. Before we end the messages, we have one here, the final one from the Don himself. Can we roll that?
Gula, no.
Hi, my name is Johnny Santiago, and I voiced the character of Bernardo Torrisi in Mafia: The
Wait,
Old
Marshall, no.
Playing Don Torrisi was definitely an honor.
Wait, you're
he
awake
is
so
a
early.
very complex and conflicted man with a brutal, animalistic core, which made it so much fun.
This is
Is constantly trying to find the right balance of his family, his business,
this is so salty.
and making sure that loyalty is above all things honored. Bernardo is driven by his legacy and making sure that his family is
This
taken
is an hour
care
just
of,
for this.
most especially his daughter.
Yes, girl.
And that what he
We're
leaves
sat
behind
for the next
for her
30
and
minutes.
the family is
Don't worry, it'll
better
be over
than
soon enough as you.
what he was given or came into.
Actually,
I hope you
man,
enjoy
I
the
don't want it to freaking end. Mafia's so freaking awesome, right, guys?
Did he
Don't
walk
worry.
in, Tomas? You're like, well,
I'll
that's the
give you
Don.
guys
He
a
sounds like the
skinny.
Don. He looks like the Don. It's the Don.
Johnny, I would
Every
just
sponsor stream, you guys get a
you know,
skinny.
correct him slightly because he said he's the voice of the Don Torisi. He created the full character, obviously, the full performance. And he
Yay!
did great and awesome job, as you can see. Don Torisi is a patriarch of Torisi's crime family. He's very powerful and imposing person who commands respect and expects everyone to follow the mafia code. Don offers Enzo life-changing
This pack's making me
opportunities.
sing
However,
for my
this
sponsors
comes
now.
in price of total
I'll just start singing
obedience
right now if
and
you want.
loyalty to him and his family.
Blast off your
Amazing.
eardrums.
I think it's important, obviously, the cast of characters we're going to play as, interact with, all that stuff. But as you guys called out, Nick, in the front with your pillars and stuff, the setting has to be a character as well, right? So talk to me about
I think you can
1900s
pre-order this
Sicily for the
game.
old country. It's not something you can
Or
just
maybe
go
the date did show,
visit.
but
Like,
I forgot the
well, you
date.
can, but are you? But it's not like it was. Like, how did you go about going back in time to do this?
Going back in time would have been hard. But
Yeah,
yeah.
that would've been
I think the thing with Sicily, which is incredible, is as a setting
Speaking
for
of
a mafia game,
pre-orders,
it's totally brand new and
I need
fresh.
to talk about a different
It is
game after
an
the sponsor's
incredibly
done.
beautiful land. The countryside is amazing. The
'Cause there's a different
architecture
game coming out next
is
week.
stunning. But
No,
it's
no.
the birth of
I wanted
organised
to talk
crime.
about the
It's,
price.
it's where there's
Because Super showed
a
me
dark
it.
underbelly
It's
behind
for the
the
game that
doors.
starts with
There's
a D,
bad things
and
happening.
it has
you
4
know,
letters.
Shadows. You know, there's
For like
nasty
2
people.
days
So
of
I
like a
think that
pre-order,
kind of
it's like
contrast is really, really memorable.
$30 or
And,
like
yeah, I
$20
mean, for us,
more for the
as
pre-order. I was like,
always, with
girl,
mafia
there is
games,
no way they're
authenticity is
making
really
you
key.
pay
So
that
we
much
went
for
out
like
there,
a
we've got a ton of
2-day
reference.
early
We
access
really made
or
it as authentic
something.
as possible. But to be honest, it's great. There's not that much
Biggest
artistic
scam of
or creative
Doom.
interpretation
Get it?
required because it is such an amazing, larger-than-life,
like,
beautiful
yeah.
environment.
But
so,
without
yeah,
mentioning the name.
it's a really, really great setting for this kind of story.
Thomas, what is the research?
I'll
You
plus
guys
do
went there,
that.
right? We saw that in some of the
like
videos.
Nick mentioned, like the authenticity is a really high priority to us, so the research was very extensive. But the best for us was how to immerse ourselves, was to send the dev team over to Sicily, you know,
But let me see how much it
to
actually
walk the
was.
streets, to feel the
It's,
climate, to talk to the people. Eventually, we even talked to the local historians
Oh
to
my God,
learn
okay.
what the life was like back then.
Advanced
What we
early
love on
access
Sicily
2
is
days
the
ahead,
contrast between
$9.99. Base game,
beautiful country of the Sicily
$69.99.
and the harsh life conditions the people
Girl.
had to face back then. It was even more obvious when
Is that actually worth
when
it?
we
Like they are
went
trying
down
to
to
scam you of your
the
money.
sulfur mines and learn
2
how
days prior, by
brutal
the
and
way.
dangerous the life was
I
there
mean, I guess
just
for the
to
super
survive. Actually,
diehard
you were
fans,
there on the trip,
they
so
would do that.
Yeah, it's a tough life as a game developer, going to touring around Sicily.
took the holiday. I was not that lucky.
It was, I mean, the hotel didn't have a spa or anything, but everything else was great.
Good job.
Yeah, no, it was great. We get, you know, to really represent the authenticity of the environment, as you say, Thomas, about like creating a game experience that's very immersive,
What do you guys
that really
think is a
transports
fair
you back
price
to the
point
time
for
period, and
games?
particularly to that location. It's very important to actually go
Or
and
do you think
see it for yourself.
it's
Is
dependent
the setting working with
on
like
the
the
content?
themes
Okay,
you're
like-
trying to go with family and all that?
Well, there's plenty of there's a whole range of stuff there. So when we
Okay,
when we went to
say
Sicily, we
for a game
visited
like,
sulfur mines. We visited
ER,
in the Greek
you know
ruins. We
that
saw some
game?
images there.
You know,
the
Miyazaki
knife
games? How much would you
makers
pay
and
for,
people
like,
that fight
those
with the
types of
Sicilian
games?
knife fighting, all kinds of stuff. We ate the food. We spoke to the people. We
40 to 60.
learned the swear words and the gestures and all of the other stuff.
Super TF 200.
So there's some,
Thank you for the
so we
sub
can
time,
translate that into a game experience, which is as authentic as as everyone's expecting from a mafia game.
I understand.
$120 for
a million
GTA?
different things, Alex. But when you go there and you're talking to local historians or just people, Are they stoked?
What do I think?
When you're like, we're making a video game
It
about
depends
you,
on
they're
the
like, oh, is
content
it
of the game
positive?
now.
Like, "Eh."
And also, I think it depends on
everyone was very excited about the idea.
who releases it.
I'm
gonna say
it was great. Like everyone was very enthusiastic about it, and again, I hope
I feel like
particularly players in Sicily, we've got the we took that a little one stage
upping their
further as
game
well. Like I
prices
think
is just
our
not it.
Italian localized version is actually also in Sicilian dialect.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, if you want to kind of like play through in Sicilian for a little bit more of an added vibe. That's there too, which is great, which is really cool. I was playing it last week, and it's
I mean, that's like the most lukewarm take
different
ever
kind of
done.
vibe.
Like, they have all the means to like make like a really
Nick,
good game.
let's pivot to
so if they're not
gameplay.
making a
Of
good
course,
game
we're all
that costs, like,
gamers
$60,
here, right? We love gameplay. That was a big deal to
They
see
need
the
to have their
gameplay
new
trailer
capture.
today for the first time. What were you guys trying to get across with the gameplay trailer?
Well, the first thing
If they're
was
making
to
you
hopefully
pay,
make
like,
it really
$80
clear
for
that
it
if you love Mafia,
nowadays.
you're going to love Mafia: The Old Country, right? This is classic. This is classic Mafia gameplay, modernized. It's brought to 2025, but if you like it, if you like Mafia, you're going to love this. But the other thing as well was to really
Yay!
show
Who
the
the frick
variety
loves
of gameplay
Mafia,
as well. The
guys?
fact that there's knife fighting now. The combat's much more grounded and gritty. I hope that came across.
GTA seems
there's-
are low-key
there's
crazy.
horses as well.
I mean,
Big deal
GTA
thing, right? So
has a very
yeah, and the jewels that you saw
large
with the knife. So I
player
think the big thing was
You know,
this is
So, I
familiar,
mean,
but it's better.
there's so much to
and it's
draw from.
and also I think the other big thing really was just to really give a taste of how this setting gives
Lucia?
a new twist
Dude.
on that classic formula.
That's
so
a-
yeah.
I love that transition. Alex,
Who
back
was
on
it that
you.
showed me?
Talk
Was
to
it
me
Marshall
about
or Sucre? Someone
combat.
showed me.
We see knife fighting. We see guns. Is it what we exactly expect, or
That
is it
trailer, you know,
a
the
take
looking
on it in the
trailer, and
Mafia
then
world?
someone
Well,
captioned it
again,
with,
we
like, what you
tailored
doing with all
combat
that Marvel vibes
to the
back
time
there. I was
period
like,
and the
hmm?
setting. We're talking about a time before automatic
What do you mean
weapons.
by that?
So, but also we're talking about an environment that's very sparse, that's very rugged, and actually another kind of angle we wanted to take on the design is kind of to channel something which was a bit more from the original Mafia game, where combat was a little bit more challenging, it was more
yo.
tactical. With
You know,
Mafia
me and
3, we
Cutie
went in a more
still
kind of
have
like
been messaging
bombastic
each
sort of
other,
combat
yo,
direction. We wanted to sort of pare that back, make combat feel more dangerous.
I don't know
kind
how
of like
long
having to
it's been
survive
going on,
combat
but-
encounters rather than just blasting your way through them. So all of those things are really kind of like designed around the setting, and also Enzo's attributes. You know, Enzo as a character,
What am I
he is
eating?
this kind of coiled
fish
spring, as we
katsu?
describe him, a guy that's a survivor. He survived the mines, so him kind of like scrabbling around, looting
Bro,
for
I am
kind of
not
weapons
playing
in
GTA
combat
RP.
scenarios, for example, is gives you a good idea about what
I
it's
like
like to
your
kind of like
hair.
survive
Thank
through
you.
these combat encounters rather than just kind of shoot to win. Yeah. So. In addition, I think we also saw.
Am I playing GTA at all?
Again in the videos, but like.
Listen,
The
I've
knife
never played
is
GTA.
quite a significant new addition in
and I
terms
don't
of
plan on
combat.
playing GTA.
We wanted to make it so that the
I'm
knife, again,
planning on
it's kind of a
keeping it that
Sicilian
way.
tradition. Sicilian knife fighting is very evocative of the time period
have
and of Sicilian gangsters
absolutely
generally.
zero interest
So
in
we
playing
wanted to make it so
GTA.
that the
You know
knife is
what I
more
do
than just a
have
kind of a
interest in
one-shot
playing?
kill, kind of like
Mafia.
animation. You know, it's
Kills.
the player's knife. You can choose from different knives in the game. Each knife has got different attributes and skills associated with
Any
it. So you
reason
can
why?
kind of like
I just
some
don't
knives
care
you can
for it.
throw, some knives
That's
give
all.
you bonuses in other aspects of combat. And then we've got this knife dueling mode as well, which is new to the game and new to Mafia. So,
I mean,
you know,
it
every now and
looks
again
like,
you
you
come up
know,
against a kind
it's
of a
got a
boss
lot
character
to
in
it, but, I mean,
missions,
I
and you have a
just
kind of a
don't care for it,
one-on-one kind of duel to the death with them as well. So
That's sick as
that's
fuck.
cool.
Okay. That's awesome. What's not awesome is that
Also,
there's
it
no
probably
Tommy guns.
gives me
And so I
motion
would like to
sickness.
come back to that point, Nick.
We got a
Thank you
boyfriend
very much,
chill.
everybody.
Thanks, Pac.
Did you ever play Assassin's Creed? They make shit up all the time. You know what I mean? Here's a wingsuit. Why not? You know what I mean? Well, give me a prototype Tommy gun. But if there are no Tommy guns,
Oh my God, Assassin
what are we getting
swap.
into when it
Oh
comes to firearms?
geez.
There are guns. We saw them in the trailer.
Absolutely. And I think the big difference, guns back in those days, they're less forgiving. You can't just like spray and shoot.
Sure.
Like a Tommy gun as well. So it's revolvers, it's bolt-action rifles, but it's it's a much more tactical experience. You've got to really think about what you're doing.
These boys yapping. I mean, they got 20 more minutes to kill on their panel.
It's
So I
about a
mean,
feeling of vulnerability, like really
course they're
fighting for your
yapping.
life. Every bullet counts. You're going to be relying on the knife. You're going to be relying on
Ubisoft,
your guns, but
bro.
really, it's down to you as a player how you want to play.
Ubisoft is like
It's just a much more brutal, grounded experience, I think, than maybe players are used to in a Mafia game. But again, keep saying the word
Ultra mad.
authenticity, but that's that's what it was like.
And I want to piggyback off that
What am
again
I
as we
eating?
continue to move through what we saw in the gameplay
bento
trailer.
box.
We talked about the pillar, we talked about this.
Yummy.
We talked about vehicles. And then, Tomas, we see vehicles in there, but of course they're far different than the vehicles we've seen before. How do you bring those into this game, make them authentic, but make them fun?
Yeah, obviously the cars are always the major feature of our games since the very first one. So we are taking that very seriously, making the cars authentic also in the Mafia or the old country.
It's already
so the research
ending?
was
Yeah,
extensive.
in 20 minutes, guys.
And we
can't
are
believe it's
doing
freaking
our
ending
best to
soon.
find the best possible materials for our references.
No.
We're so lucky that in Czech
Yeah, this is the
Republic,
only panel for today.
we
Tomorrow
found
I
a
have
huge museum having all suitable cars for us. So and the owner was so cool that
Gearbox
he allows
and
not to
a
only
World
take the
of
pictures
Warcraft
of the
one.
cars,
Same time
but even
tomorrow?
take them out, you
Yeah, I
know, and
believe
drive them.
actually.
So this is first time we were able to hook up like dozen Microsoft.
Wow, what a shame it was so short. Can we rewatch it again right after?
And capture
Man, I would
all the
freaking love to,
possible
but I don't know if
sounds, not
PAX
just
will
the
allow me
engine
to do
exhaust,
that.
you know, transmission, but all the creaks of the springs and all the
That'd be so freaking
metal
awesome, though.
shifts of the body of the car. So the sounds of the cars are so rich and authentic that it's
Honestly, I was
amazing.
sold on this
Let me
game in
stop
the first
entire
minute, so
panel
I'm
and ask.
okay.
This is something we
Same.
keep calling out and making a point about it. But to look at you guys, first off, looking like a bunch of goons, but I love it. With all the microphones on these cars and doing all these things, we keep talking about authenticity. Why is that so important? Couldn't we record one car and put the engine on everything and then move on to something else? Why go to this Czech Republic car museum and record each and every one of them 15 different
Why
ways?
is it yelling at us? I don't know.
It's just something we've always done, hasn't it? Since
Why
the
is
very first-
Patsy Bob doing
I don't know.
that?
This is what we do. Like all of the guns get their own recordings, the cars,
Does
we do the
Gearbox
research
develop
on all the
anything other than
costumes and everything.
Borderlands?
Yeah, it's just
I
like,
Doing it better
have
and better.
no idea.
yeah. I
guess
mean,
we'll
it's
find
always
out
been important to the
tomorrow.
franchise to be,
Shrugged?
authentic. It's part of our kind of DNA, really. It's part of the identity of the of Mafia games. So yeah.
I think as well, we really want players to feel super immersed with the story, and I think the more believable and the more genuine it feels, the more you feel, you can
Yeah,
really
tomorrow's
fall
Gearbox
into the world, and it feels like something that is real.
World of
and,
Warcraft.
you can't really fake that, I think
Sure.
you need to. try
The
and
guy.
keep it as
Oh,
truthful as possible.
jeez. Hopefully not.
Thank you for the diatribe. You've been nice enough to bring so many slides, and I'm like, you know what? Throw them out. Let's talk for a second. I was like,
If the guy
to get
shows
back
up,
to
I'll
it and
just
to get back to
censor
the
his
cars.
face. Thoughts?
Alex, talk to me about driving them. Again, I keep coming back to they're going to be
Oh,
authentic.
gee, I
will
love
they be fun?
Blizzard. Chills
Of course,
warning
yeah.
on
Like,
that
this
one.
is so like the car. We got
Yeah,
car
every game gets an hour.
chases, just
And
like
then on
previous
Sunday,
Mafia
I think
games, of
it's
course, like,
Kazan.
it's part of the
First
cinematic
Descent of
storytelling
Kazan or
and
whatever.
part of the gameplay experience of all Mafia games. Again, cars are very important to us. But this time we're at the dawn of motoring. That's the turning point between when cars were starting to appear in Sicily. So they're kind of rarer, let's say, but the car chases and all of the car gameplay is, again, very similar to previous Mafia games, I would say. But with the difference that the vehicles themselves are designed to feel like cars of the time period. So they kind of got a heavy kind of handling model and things like that to really kind of evoke those 1900s vehicles.
Now, Nick, of course, you called out
Wait,
the other
that's
new
when I was
vehicle.
freaking born, the
horse.
1900s.
Maybe the original vehicle. Talk to me about that, bringing that to Mafia.
Well, we couldn't really set the game in 1905 Sicily without horses, and that's the first thing. But it adds a really interesting dynamic as you explore the world, because the first thing is, like Alex was saying, cars
I was
are
gonna put myself in the
cars are
panel,
pretty
but
new,
they keep
so
switching
a lot
the
of the
camera
roads that
angle
are in
so
the
fast.
countryside are actually meant for horses and carts. So as you go along, there's kind of choices of which way you take it, and some are more suited for horses, some cars, but you can choose. You can go whichever one you want to. And it's enjoyable. I think that's the main thing. It's about trying to give more enjoyment as you go from A to B and as you explore the
More
world.
on these elderly men, actually
it feels
very
great
young
and
and
it's
And you have
spry,
to crank them when they
cool
break down, right?
men.
The horses.
No, the cars. You mean the cars. Sorry.
Why do they switch so fast?
No.
Anyway,
sorry.
There are multiple ways to crank a
I'm
horse.
trying to,
all right?
I'm
Don't
trying
worry
to be
about
on the
that.
freaking
I mean, I did wonder about
panel.
that. So yeah, but no, that's right.
Me?
If I
Let's
had a
get back to
green
hard-hitting
screen, it'd probably
journalism.
work out better, but...
Tomas, the one thing I think that speaks, whether you've seen the game, you know the game, whatever, you watch that trailer and the game looks really good. Are you prepared to go on record and say this is the best looking Mafia game of all time?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay, good.
Imagine he says no. Actually, it's not.
Give me a little bit more than that. What goes into making it look like this?
All right.
F
Our
word
goal is
drop. Wait,
always
does he
to
get
set the
fined?
benchmark for
Is
the
PAX
cinematic quality
family
with our
friendly? I mean,
Mafia
Mafia is
games.
literally a
We wanted the player
mature game. I don't think
to
they
feel like
care.
they are stepping into and playing the classic mob movie in these settings and in this era. So we are creating incredibly detailed
What the frick is this
environment
guy
across the
saying?
Sicily,
I know.
From the beautiful landscapes down to
Dude,
super detailed architecture.
There's too many letters for me to depict.
One more feature we are bringing to this Mafia Old Country we didn't have
ICL,
before
TS,
is the seamless
PMO,
transition.
FRFR,
So we are
ONS,
getting seamlessly from the gameplay
ONS.
to the cinematics and back. So all the experience is fluent throughout the whole game.
How much is that benefited by or because of Unreal Engine 5? I know you guys have talked a lot about that in some of the videos we've done, but I've got to imagine that's a big part of it.
So, you know, the technology advanced a lot since the first Mafia.
I mean, yeah, the game looks fine.
23 years?
I'm just saying it would
With
be
the
funny if he was like,
moving,
nah,
us to
actually.
Unreal Engine 5, it opens new possibilities we were not able to reach before. You know, the details we are getting now is incredible. The nanite allowing us to model everything like the environment, characters, cars, everything, that you are losing even the sense and presence of the triangles, polygons. It's so realistic. The lighting is
This
so
game
real
is
and
about to
beautiful
move mountains?
and,
Really?
Makes the overall picture so coherent and pleasant to eyes. And MetaHuman, allowing us to not just create super real and detailed characters.
Wait, Super mentioned.
But
They gave him a freaking
how
shout out.
detailed, how precisely we can transfer all this perfect performance
His
from the
ears
stage
are uneven.
on the screen
Why
with
the
all
frick are you
these
looking at his
micro
ears, bro?
details and on the facial expression
Don't
that you
stare
can
at him like
feel
that.
and read the emotions even without any spoken words.
And I think, you know, you were the one, of course, to call out.
What
'cause
am I
these
supposed to
chuckleheads,
look
they don't
at?
care about
His
the performance.
eyes?
You do. That the Dawn, so much more than just the voice.
His
so you guys
face?
did mocap these folks,
Yes.
right? Have them in there. Why, I don't say
Are you guys
authenticity.
afraid
why
of eye contact?
does that
like when you
matter
talk
so
to
much?
people,
And what does
are
that
you
bring
guys,
in? Like, what
do you
stories
guys
do you have
not
from
look
that?
into people's eyes? Do you just like
Authenticity. Thank you. It's
Yes?
authenticity, really.
No, but for bringing them in, do you have like moments with them? Like, is that what makes you think this story in cinema goes
Wait,
to a
guys.
different level? Like, what do you
I
have
have a funny
stories about
story
them
to
that
tell.
you love?
Okay, a long time ago.
Let me hear, Alex, please.
I mean, yeah, I mean, there's plenty, of course.
Okay,
Like,
how-
there's that
okay, no,
moment
well, hold
when the Don's cranking that
I'm gonna
horse.
tell the story.
Like,
Yeah. Oh, we have footage of the
Like
cranking
a
of the
third
horse.
person context. No, it's
anything
not
in general.
funny. But
I mean, I was on the stage for a
okay,
lot of
what
the,
would you
for a lot of the
think of
mocap,
the
and actually,
situation
the thing
if-
that really
So
that-
say
that,
someone was like-
stands out to me when I remember from
Yeah,
the shoots
you
is
know,
when
I was
we
thinking
were
about
shooting
going
the
on
scene
vacation.
of,
I'm
Enzo
thinking
and
about
Isabella's
going
first
here,
meeting.
like to this
And obviously
place,
that's quite
or
an
like
important moment in the story, and we were like literally myself and Matthew Aitken, who's the lead
maybe
writer
somewhere
on
where
the
you
game.
live.
We had been
and
going back
then
and forward for an hour beforehand.
I was
rewriting
like,
the
oh,
script,
you should
like,
just
still
go to
trying
that other
find the
place
right,
because
you know,
there's
just
nothing
the
to
right
do
vibe.
here.
They've got like, I don't know,
And
40
then-
or 50 words
but
in
then
this thing. We're writing it over and over again.
Later
And when
on,
they
I
did
think
the
I
scene,
told that story to
it was
someone. They were
amazing.
like,
you know,
wait, they
everybody
were.
was kind of like hushed on the set.
I think they were
I actually got
expecting you to
chills
say
when
like,
I
oh,
was
we could hang
watching
out
them
or
perform it.
something.
And I'm really,
but then
really
I was
looking
just
forward to
like, no,
everybody
there's
playing that,
nothing to
'cause
do here. You
It's
should
a
go
super cool
somewhere.
moment, and again, I think indicative of a lot of the character nuance that we're getting
I
from
was
that
like,
mocap process.
And then like
That's
later on, I
something
looked
that,
back on it and I was like,
I think again going back to what Thomas was saying about
my
the way
response
we
not a
now
normal
capture
response? Like I'm just being honest. Like there's nothing to freaking do
acting
here but
because of
eat.
the metahuman.
Kind of rude. I don't think
Some of
that's
these
rude.
scenes
It's just
that
like I'm
are
being.
really, really, you know,
I'm being
emotional
honest. Like there's
scenes.
nothing to do here.
And
from,
maybe
like,
in the past you wouldn't.
Why
have,
would you come
know,
here?
And there's not many words spoken during them, and you wouldn't necessarily
Just
get
a
that
normal
in the
response?
game because
Okay, thank you, 'cause
the
I was like-
nuances of the face wouldn't be there. But,
Sure.
but
I
now
hope they
are.
didn't feel
and now there
bad,
are moments that are
but I
actually
was just
unspoken
like,
where you look at
there's literally
you look at
just
it and
nothing
it
to do
really,
here, so I
really,
don't think you would want to
hits
come
you.
here
So
anyway.
The little things
the little
that
things,
make them
exactly,
human,
The
Right?
facial movements that you would never normally get.
Alex, you talked about being on set for those mocap moments, and I totally noticed that I didn't do my due diligence How long have you been working on Mafia: The Old Country? I mean, the
It's
team,
gotta be
how
like
long has this
saying,
game been
"Please don't come
gestating? We get
visit
to this
me."
point, it's
Okay,
so
it was a
exciting
long
to get
time
out in front of your
ago.
audience to start showing gameplay. You know, we were joking back there, Nick. I was like, "What did you do
I was just
since
being
rehearsal?"
real, yeah.
And you were like,
know, when
"I've
they
just
say
been looking at
vacation,
gameplay
I'm like,
reactions."
well, you want to have fun
Because
and like
again,
do
like
other
I think
things, and if there's nothing
it's
to do
lost
here
on
in
us
life-
as gamers because on our end, there's a new game every week. There's something cool happening. Da 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 da. It's often lost that it's been 23 years, but that's 4 games. You know what I mean? How long is this one being worked on? How big of a deal is it
Bad
for you to be
question
here
to
right now
ask a
saying,
gamer.
"Here's our baby"?
It's
Yeah,
a weird
I
one actually
freaking
because
game.
the first pitch for this game, I think I
Honestly,
made
my
about
freaking
15 years
Nintendo
ago
Switch.
when we were talking about the Mafia story at large and the whole idea of telling the story of organized crime through the 20th century, and the idea of going back to the start was there. That was before we decided to do the remake of the first game and things like that. That was part of that pitch even then. We started
I
work on
believe this is the only pack
title
stream.
just after we finished work
Like, this is
on
the
Mafia
main
Definitive
stream.
Edition. So we'd just sort of taken a bath in Mafia. We'd done the other Definitive Editions as well, kind of sort of discovered what was great about the IP and what we really loved about it. And so it's been 4 or 5 years of development, but first part of that was all on paper, really, story development and concept
This does
development.
seem like the main
So
attraction.
now
It's
actually
so
finally
hyped. Yeah, I
seeing it here
literally can't
and
stay
being at the
still
show
in
in
my
particular
seat.
is
Like, I'm
like
about
making it
to
very
like
real
jump
now.
out
The
of my
game's going
seat
to come
out
out
of
soon. It's
excitement.
quite
Like,
exciting.
This is freaking hyping me up. I don't know if I could sleep after this.
Congratulations,
How's my day
guys.
going?
You know what I mean?
It's
What
going
August
fine.
is right around the corner,
Just
but I
chilling.
digress. Of
Even
course.
better,
Before then,
actually, now
you
that I
have to
get to
answer
see
to
this
your
Mafia
community.
panel
We
from
of course
PAX.
reached out. When I say we, I mean you're amazing. Community managers over here for Mafia, the Old Country. Thank you so much. And said, hey, who's got questions? Well, they've got
Exactly.
answers. So we're going to read from this one. Goodfella CLE, which I assume is Cleveland. You know? Right? Probably?
This
You're
makes
bombing
me
these
want to
answers.
join the Mafia IRL.
You have said the game is not open world, but that you can explore areas. Can you elaborate on that? And even though the game is
Thank God it's
narrative
not
driven,
open world.
will we be able to
I
explore
swear to
Sicily
God,
in
if
more
every
open
single
areas?
game becomes
How
open
interactive
world, I'm
will
just-
the world be? Community managers, that was more than one question.
Oh God.
Thought it was pretty clear, but let's start with that. It's not open world. I know I saw a buzz about that today, that it was a linear one. You guys said.
Okay, I'll try and answer
Open
that question.
world
So I
is
think the thing
good
with this game is like
if
Alex
done
said, we
right,
started
but
this
it's
when we
never,
came off
it's not
Mafia
really done
Definitive
right
Edition,
most of
and
the time. So
really took a lot of inspiration by how well that landed
it's
with
just
people
like
and,
something that they
the
like
fact it's a
putting out there
focused
that it's
story that
open
takes you
world.
through.
Okay, you
There's
can
a
just
world
run
around
around.
you,
It's
but
like,
really we're
there's
pulling you
nothing
through the journey. We want
really
these
of,
games are made for you to complete. We want you to see the story, right? So,
importance.
so
They just want to
that's
put
very
that as
much
marketing.
influenced the way we've created
Yippee!
this game. So when you're going through
Open
Sicily,
empty
when
world,
you're playing
literally,
the
yeah.
game,
Open
you're going on a
world.
golden
You
path,
have
you're seeing the story unfold
50
in front of
buildings
you.
you can't enter or
But
interact
there are
with,
things
and a
going around
couple
you in
of
the
more
world. There's
trees and
if you
foliage.
stop and look
It's like,
around, there's people in the
okay,
fields harvesting
cool.
crops. There's people going around their day. You can go off the path if you want and explore elsewhere. So it's kind of there's this beautiful world around you, but that's not our focus. Our focus has been let's do a real polished gem, which is just something where it is super high quality, AAA storytelling. Super
Everyone
high
wants to
quality
make WoW
gameplay,
again.
and that's the focus. But yeah, there is
No,
an
I don't
environment
think
around
so.
you if you want to go and look at it, because it looks absolutely incredible. But yeah, we want you to go through that golden path, that main storyline.
I mean, very similar to Mafia 1 and Mafia 2.
Wow,
I mean,
can
that's
stay
like
with
literally the
Blizzard,
inspiration.
fine.
We wanted to, we wanted to make a game that was of a
Everyone
similar kind
wants
of
to make
nature.
the
If you
next
played those
Elden
games, if
Ring,
you love
though.
those games,
People are
the
dying
Mafia: The
to
Old
make
Country's got
like
a very similar structure.
a good Souls-like game. And
I'm
there's so
happy
many
out of
Souls-like.
That's what I want out of that. I want that tight
I mean,
mob
some of
story.
them
So
are
yeah, that's
good,
pretty dope.
But
Ebb Educational 2109.
Dude,
you
I
can think
got
of a
one,
better
dude.
name.
Oh, never mind.
What types
I'll
of missions
save
and
it for after
heists
this
can players
panel.
anticipate in Mafia: The Old Country, and how will they reflect the early era of organized crime in Sicily?
So
you know what's a great one? Kazan, which is I'm so excited to learn more about
we
on
tried
Sunday
to
on
encompass a whole range of stuff when we were
#PAX
designing the game.
True.
We've got new scenarios that are
have that
entirely
coming up
specific to the
soon.
kind of things that happen in Sicily at the time. Actually, we saw some clips there of a kind of a kidnapping mission, which was very common in that time. Bandits would
You
go
have
and
my
kidnap
PayPal?
people and kind of
Yeah, I
hold them to
got you.
ransom. Not something that commonly happens in American crime. But then we've got sort of similar scenarios to other Mafia games. In some cases, some intentional remixes and revisiting of some similar ideas. I mean, it's assassinations, it's killings, it's shootouts, it's all of the kind of the crime scenarios that you can imagine. A lot of them have got like a distinctive Sicilian twist, shootouts in Greek ruins,
do
or
you think people at PAX
stealth
knew?
missions
No,
in
a new Pope got
catacombs
elected.
and crypts.
Bro, they
the
don't
kind of
care
stuff
about
that really
any
is
of
distinctive
that.
to the time and place.
They only care about whatever game that
Question
they're
for me,
going
just
to
off
see
the
in
top
the
of my head here.
panel.
When we're talking
The
about
Pope
this,
is doing a panel
and
later
we're
tomorrow.
talking
Yeah,
about how
he's
deep
actually
this game
featuring
is
in
and
the
how many things are
Gearbox
going on,
panel
the
that
story
I'm
of this, the
watching
horses,
tomorrow.
the horses. How much, when you look at it and what you guys have right now back at the office,
Yeah, really.
is what you originally envisioned? You know, there's that old adage, right, of like every
didn't wanna
game's only
spoil it, but-
60% of the vision. Do you feel like you got above that?
Yeah, I
you guys
think
are talking
probably
about it
closer
anyway,
to 80%. You never get everything you want, but like actually part of our goal here was to to sort of like
The new
design a game
Pope
that we
is
could
on
deliver.
Diablo,
So
the new
I'm,
Diablo
you know,
4
It's
DLC.
not more development talk now, but really,
Ew.
we got
Not
most of what we
Diablo
wanted to get in
4.
the can. So I think we're pretty satisfied with that.
Okay. And then, final question. Comes from Game Over Greggy as well.
Wait, I heard
Will there
from-
be any returning characters or references to the
I
other
heard the
Mafia
new
games?
Pope
You have
is
a
on
community
Night
here
Lane. Are you guys excited
that loves
for that
Mafia,
game?
right? You're talking about the
Woo!
pantheon
Mafia
of protagonists.
V!
There's obviously, you're prequeling it, so we're going forward, but there's people who could come back and be like, are we doing that? Are we having that kind of crossover to make fans get excited?
So we've met some of the main characters
Yeah, you can
today.
now play as the Pope on
There
Marvel
are
Rivals.
additional characters, of course, in the main cast, and there are some returning characters. I'm not going to spoil who those characters are now.
But how many are there?
Like,
There's
please
four,
give us a little spoiler.
Four in-person returning characters. Some of them you're going to have to look quite carefully to find them, but they are there.
There'll be babies. You'll walk by, they'll be in the hospital room.
Oh,
Wait and see. Wait and
jeez.
see. Yeah.
Would you say horses? No, the horses are new. No horses. Horsepower.
No comment.
Yeah, he would be
No
a
comment on
strategist.
horsepower, all right?
Born again.
We are just about out of time, if you can believe it, but of
Oh,
course, this isn't your
no,
last
I
chance
really
to see
can't believe it.
these
I'm freaking
fine
so
gentlemen.
sad.
After this, you can head down. They are going to be doing
What am I
a
gonna
signing and
freaking
signing
do with
room
my
on level
day
0 right
now?
after the panel, 3:30 to 4:30. But before I let everybody go, is there anything else, Nick?
Yeah, I've got one more thing to say to everyone. The first thing is, it is just 3 months today until the game comes out. So we are working super hard to bring that to you. As of today, you can now pre-order, and we've got a gift for you all.
A
Those of you
gift!
that are in here
Oh,
and
you
watching
shouldn't
from home.
have.
If you scan this
What?
QR code, you get a special gift.
No
that
freaking
knife there, that can be
way.
yours. So there.
Cereal.
That's your reward
Free
for coming on
weapon.
today. So thank you. And we will see you in Sicily on August the 8th.
Everybody, a round of applause for
Scan the
please,
QR
for
code
hold
now.
on.
You guys want me to
Every
pause
single-
the stream
Get
for
your
it?
QR codes.
Yeah, don't. Here, I paused it for you guys. You guys got this? Can I press play now? You guys all got the QR code?
Scanned. You're not going to be able to applaud
I'm
if you're
getting your-
QR scanning. Sir, how old is your
We
phone?
got
What
it.
was taking?
Luke,
There we go. All right,
yeah.
round of applause, please, for Hangar 13. Mafia the Old Country is out August 8th. Have an
You're
amazing
actually
PAX
back.
East. We'll see you at the
Aw.
signing, everybody.
Yay! Thanks, Pax. Wait, Rick and Morty! Holy chills warning on this one. Pickle Rick.
The best high-concept sci-fi rigmarole in the universe is back.
Was that a not Zach? I don't know. I didn't see.
Season 8 premieres May
You're too
25th
stupid
at
to
11
get this show. Are people elitist about Rick and Morty, by the way? I'm just curious. Are they like, if you don't like Rick and Morty, it's for intellectuals, and like, you wouldn't freaking get it if you just don't like Rick and Morty? Wait, are they actually like that? That would be really funny if they were. I haven't seen the pasta. Wait, what's the pasta? Wait, let me see that, John. Wait, I have some daily doses to catch up on.
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet.
What the frick
We
is-
somehow created one.
Hold on. To be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand Rick and Morty. The humor is extremely subtle, and without a solid grasp on theoretical physics, most of the jokes will go over a typical viewer's head. There's also Rick's outlook, which is definitely woven into his characterization. His personal philosophy draws heavily from literature. For instance, his fans understand this stuff, and they have the intellectual capacity to truly appreciate the depths of these jokes. To realize that they're just not funny and they say something deep about life. As a consequence, people who dislike Rick and Morty truly are idiots. Of course, they wouldn't appreciate, for instance, the humor in Rick's I can't speak right now. Catchphrase, "Wubba lubba dub dub," which itself is a cryptic reference to the Russian epic Fathers and Sons. I'm smirking right now. I'm just imagining one of those. Wow, this is truly a copy of pasta of all time. How long is this? It is a very long pasta.
Yes. Right. I put on this hand. This.
Oh, jeez. I wouldn't get the pasta yet. It's because I'm not, like... Rat attack! Oh,
Otro. Watch this.
Watching?
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
Either this car is really light or these people are really strong. He was trying to think of the best way to get down the stairs.
Come on. So cute. Oh, puppy. Oh,
This guy came over to pick up the TV stand that he just bought off of Facebook Marketplace.
Hi mate, how there you are? Just put out something ready. Mate, thank you very much. No worries. Thank you. Cheers mate. No worries.
I feel like it's gonna break. Oh, jeez.
This is what it looks like when a professional stuntman films for a movie.
Yow! Kitty.
This video footage
it's
is
padded.
a little
Yeah, I mean,
rough,
he
but this
freaking
car
bounced
in
back
front of
on
them
that
flipped a
drawing.
manhole cover right into their windshield.
He was hashtag acting. Eep. What, the floor?
Standing.
That's a real person.
There was a pretty big earthquake in California a few days ago,
Tomfoolery.
and these elephants made a circle around the youngest to protect it.
Aww.
This cruise ship went through some
Get
pretty
down,
crazy
Mr.
waters
President.
near Antarctica.
Elephants are smart. Elephants are so cool. And they're so cute. Motion seasickness challenge 5 bajillion. I think I'd throw up on that.
This is how you can tell when a pineapple is ripe or not.
Wait.
Not ripe. Not ripe. Oh, ripe pineapple.
Wait, really?
They both got the zoomies at the same time.
Noted.
Put the shopping away.
Wait, it's
This
waving.
is how
Hello.
good clams are at cleaning up dirty water.
Groot? Yeah, baby Groot. Wait, that's freaking
So,
cool.
I just learned something new. If a helicopter or an Osprey, as you see here, is operating at night in dusty conditions, the blades will start to sparkle. Those tiny particles are hitting the blades, causing it to spark.
Gulp?
Excuse me, sir.
Man. This is how vets test elephants for diseases. They are trained to take in some salt water into their trunks and then spit it out back into a bag. It's kinda crazy how dramatic this was.
She's gonna freaking fall. Oh, jeez.
They were out in the ocean and spotted something huge underwater, so one of them jumped in to get a better look.
There's another one coming. There's another one coming. Submarine. What the?
Wait, that's freaking Team Rocket.
The student was minding his business in his dorm room at his university when this happened.
What the heck? Imagine you just came back from a shower and... Wait a minute. Wait, that was kind of heat.
Now do it.
Ready?
But also, ew, yeah, because you guys got socks on.
I had no idea that a chicken hole was so scary.
Whoa! Aw, wreck attack!
Y'all, look what I found. It is a 1, 2, 3, 4, a 6-leaf clover. Isn't that so neat?
He really risked all of his aura to wake up a dead crowd. So why was this actually super impressive?
This is our impression of 2 ambulances driving by your house.
Kitty!
For some reason,
He's
someone
freaking
hacked into this
emoting.
crosswalk speaker to have an AI version of Mark Zuckerberg talk to people.
Wait. Hi, this is Mark Zuckerberg, but real ones call me the Zuck. You know, it's normal to feel uncomfortable or even violated as we forcefully insert AI into every facet of your conscious experience.
They were trying to cook using a traditional Hawaiian ground oven when this happened.
Oh, jeez.
These skydivers jumped out of a plane, and then the plane immediately started to stall.
Gulp? Oh, God.
The pilot was able to regain control of the plane after a few scary seconds.
Do you want to do that? Which part? Jump out of a plane?
This is the first time you have ever seen a horse moonwalk.
Okay, wait a minute.
Did this
Well, he
dog
kinda
just
hitting
instantly
that.
fall asleep?
Aww. Stretch and sleep. Oh.
That is the end of this video. Hope I made your day.
Puppy. I freaking love dogs. They're so freaking cute.
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet.
Whoa, what the? What going on over there? No!
Ha! New tree.
Oh God, what?
As crazy as it looked, the pilot avoided being seriously hurt and managed to walk away from the crash. She wanted to try out this new Pilates board that she just got.
Wait, on TikTok, she's gonna freaking trip, bro. There's no...
They wanted their teacher to tell them a joke.
Can you tell us a joke?
Yeah. Joe, you are going to pass my class.
His
Got
house
him.
couldn't handle the amount of snow that was on his roof.
Can you get a video?
Oh. Okay, wait a minute. That was freaking. That was giving Prince of Tennis right there. Blink and you'll miss it. Wait, she's freaking cruising.
This delivery guy was dropping off some food when some gang activity took place and a stray bullet came flying by.
Jesus. Gulp.
These dolphins couldn't believe what they were seeing.
Such violent creatures they are. I just can never look at dolphins in a good way anymore. Oh.
Do you think that he even knows that he's alive?
Aww. No. Eep. Okay, wait a minute. That was clean.
To run down a sand dune.
Oh,
Are you okay? Are you okay, Claire?
This truck that was carrying a bunch of fireworks caught on fire, so this happened.
Yeah, he literally just let her go. He's like, yeah, whatever. You can just roll down. Whatever. Spectating.
Have you ever seen a rainbow in the moon? Because look at that. You can see it so good.
I've never seen that before.
Look at that right there. That's so cool.
So, I just found out that some glass cups can be lactose intolerant.
Breaks. Wait, it just split. Wait, that was kind of a clean split, though. What?
Let's put cheese on my ceiling fan and see how long it'll last.
This dog refused to give up.
Oh, puppy.
Get it, Percy.
Oh, wait, it broke, but he still got
a little
it.
too fast.
Ow. Goofy ass
She
lip.
didn't realize that she had a filter turned on.
Oh,
This is a knife. She's 7 years old.
So, apparently stick bugs know how to dance.
Hey, that
I had
guy's
no idea that
freaking
fire
breaking
trucks
it
had this kind of
down.
range.
Oh, that makes it. Ah! Go down slide!
Oh my gosh!
That's amazing, dude.
Wait. This guy might be him. He's dishing them Johns out.
This is what happens when two food delivery robots meet.
Oh my
Oh, bye-bye. Okay, wait a
He
minute.
wanted to see how stretchy his pants were.
Thank you, Alex.
Are they gonna rip?
He done got arrested. You are so bad.
Oh, puppy.
Can I have your order?
Someone
This
was
car
not
repair place recorded
happy.
a moment when a meteor tore through the roof and into their shop.
Good
Babies
loud.
really find the dumbest things to be so funny. One of my subscribers in
Cleaning
Canada
funny.
recorded this crazy pink fog
Hyoon,
at
you're-
this song.
okay, actually, no. I laugh at farts, okay? Farts are funny.
She wasn't expecting this carrot to be this big.
Aw, I thought he was gonna be longer.
Are those a
So
pair of
hibachi chefs
pants?
are pretty crazy.
What the? What he doing to the? Oh,
Come on. Come here now. Come see your cousin.
nah. Wait, base. Oh.
This bird can tell the difference between money and just a piece of paper.
Wow, so smarting.
Holy. Wow.
Sometimes rockets need to be transported on regular, ordinary, everyday roads.
Could you teach crows to steal money
This
for
one
you?
cloud created
Well,
a
they'll
pretty
bring
crazy
stuff back
shadow
for
over
you
the
if you
sunset.
like
Now that the
give them
sun
stuff.
is hiding
They'll bring you like shiny things
broke
or nice looking
through.
things that they think because they're
Looks
cool.
like a spotlight.
That is the end of this
Hello,
video. Hopefully I made your
Kiyoshiki.
day just a little better.
Birds are freaking cool. This giant baby won't stop
Hello
growing.
everyone,
Gulp.
this is your daily dose of internet. I'm not sure why, but her 1-year-old baby is absolutely huge.
I've had so many people ask for a big baby update, so I thought I would do one. Here he is.
Holy frick, that is a gigantic baby!
This is how long he is against me.
This dog is way too smart. These construction workers wanted him to toss
Wait,
over
he's
a
actually
beer.
freaking smart. Ooh, very nice.
That's looking pretty bad weather out there. Come on, pups. Come on, get in the house. Let's go. Come on, come on. It's getting rough out there. Get in here. Come on. Let's go. What the heck?
Random guest?
Okay,
Yeah, I
guess
guess you can come in
A
too.
bunch of dangerous chemicals mixed together in his garbage truck.
Yeah, be careful. She doesn't like dogs, so she might give you his.
Such a pretty
Do you
kitty
even see this
too.
puppy here? Hey, look. You see? Oh, there you go.
No, I freaking
Frank.
hate that thing.
Can you say hey?
Wait.
I guess melting ice is something you need to
Hey.
worry about when you live in a city.
Oh my god. Okay. It's gonna break. Oh god.
Both of these cars were too stubborn to move, so they both decided to share it.
It freaking the poor cameraman.
After a
Oh,
few weeks of growing, it was
jeez.
time to release this butterfly to the world.
What if it freaking dies? Oh!
This guy knows how to use his muscles, but
Well,
not his
goodbye.
brain.
Yow!
A skydiver passed out, so this other skydiver came by to save his life.
Whoa! Wait. He just might be Superman. Woke him up
These
from his
people
nap.
were
Maybe he
enjoying their
freaking
day at the
passed
mall when
out.
this happened.
What the? Excuse me, passing by.
These guys found a river of rocks on a mountain.
Excuse me for dropping in.
For some reason, this guy was washing his car using gasoline.
Your door is gas. Oh my
Girl.
gosh. Welcome to Texas, y'all.
She bought some really cheap dentures online, and unfortunately she got exactly what she paid for.
This is prosperity. When she buys teeth off eBay, you can't get them out. Try and get them out, Natalie. I can't get them out, can I?
Okay, wait a minute. Ow!
They said that they accidentally pressed down the wrong pedal.
Jesus.
Vai. Meu Deus! Pra cá, Totó, pra cá!
Oh god, no, help him! Help him!
These people bought some Sprite at the store, but for some reason every Sprite was filled with Coca-Cola.
Every Sprite
Tomfoolery.
is pouring out Coke. Every single one of them is pouring out Coke.
This laptop randomly exploded and ended up burning down the entire office.
Mystery box. What the? Jesus.
He was trying so hard to balance. How did this many people park so poorly?
In parking, not just one.
Oh god.
Not just two.
Like, what is that?
Not just 3. But 5 cars.
This random dust devil broke out in Paris.
Oh my god, it's like that one freaking Mario Kart map.
Hey, you probably won't see anything like this, brother.
Wait a minute.
There's a whole hoop on my head.
Yeah, I see that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Okay. That's actually heat.
They hooked up the hitch and dragged off down the hill. On the way home, McGee said to Dee, that trip
Wait,
wasn't
smooth.
quite like I thought it would be. So when
These guys found an old abandoned rocket ship in the middle of the Florida Everglades.
An old NASA space rocket, 100 foot underground.
Whoa. What the?
From the Cold War. Look at this thing. Actual rocket, space rocket.
Oh my god,
I guess
rocket
you never
light.
know who you might cut off. This biker suddenly ran
Freaking
into a
owned.
bear.
Hey! 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 Hey!
Okay, wait a minute. Oh, puppy. baby. Why are you freaking standing there? Get out of the way. Wait, clean landing.
She can't figure out how baskets work.
I'm so hungry, I could eat a kid.
I wish I had an explanation
said,
for
"What
you, but
you
I have
say?"
no idea how something like this even happens.
What the?
That is Yenna's
Someone
video.
decided to get a little goofy
And
on that road. She has yellow
hello
tears?
everyone, this is your
Huh?
daily dose of internet. For some reason, she has yellow tears.
I don't eat. What? Why am I crying yellow? I'm crying yellow.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, what the frick? Oh, it's
This
like,
goose thought
oh,
it'd
it's
be a
another
good
noodle
idea to
in
go in the
there.
tiger enclosure.
Get out of there, little guy! Oh wait, he's freaking fighting. Okay, wait a minute.
There might be something wrong with this bird.
Oh my god.
She figured out that she can use her voice to play guitar. So, I guess this is why you don't bring children to golf events.
Girl. Oop.
Easy.
Easy. You want more?
They went to a hotel and their bed was actually as hard as a rock.
Ow! Oh, jeez. Kitty? Oh, Kitty.
We about to meet the Lord.
We're gonna praise him. We're not ready to meet him yet. Say praise him.
Praise him.
These divers experienced an earthquake while they were underwater. How does something like this
Gulp.
even happen?
Well,
You can see the exact
that's
moment
just
when these
user
horses realized
error.
that it was a little too cold outside.
He said, nah, I'm going back inside.
This gas station got totally infested with bugs.
Hello, one of much gas.
This is wild. I wouldn't touch that even for $1 million.
Oh my god.
This pigeon isn't afraid of anything. He made a little cardboard cutout of himself to go shoe shopping.
Wait, this kind of heat low key. Wait, his freaking ears. Oh my.
The sea lion couldn't wait for him to finish cleaning the pool.
God, they're such silly little creatures. What?
These people were going for a walk when the sewer that was built up with gas suddenly exploded. These mechanics couldn't figure out why this car wasn't working. So this is pretty evil. They were tossing her marshmallows and switched out one of them with an egg.
There you get 2 more.
Oh, come on.
1 more.
Yow! Whoa! Where'd he come from?
They put a training dummy on this horse to get him to learn.
Bleh.
This
Wait,
cat
based
doesn't want
horse?
anyone touching their chip.
Oh
In remote
my!
places without many roads, helicopters with giant saws are used to trim trees away from telephone wires.
Gulp! Okay, that is scary. Oh, not the puzzle. Thank you for the tier 3 for 43 months, Chunk. Thank you. Whoa! Well. Slips and falls? Yippee! Wait, that looks kind of fun. Oh, yippee!
So this might be the coolest umbrella ever.
Oh, very nice.
He was trying to slowly back up his truck.
That was me.
Back in 2018, an electrical fire broke out
Tomfoolery.
in New York City, creating this giant blue sky. This guy had the bass in his car turned up a little too high.
Girl!
Imagine seeing this passing by in front of your house.
Gulp?
She was trying to move this heavy mirror.
Oh no. Oh no, no, no.
Yeah. Oh my god. God, I'm stuck. Oh, I don't know what to do.
They suddenly got some
Okay,
pretty crazy
at
turbulence
least
on
it
this
didn't
plane.
break. Whoa! No! Wait, that was clean. Goofy all laugh.
A few days ago, the first humanoid robot completed a
One
half
Piece
marathon.
all laugh. Wait, actually though. Yay! You're tripping that? Oh, it's coming after you later on. Wait.
This parrot is smart enough
Clean.
to know to dip the crackers in tea.
It's gonna... What the...
Someone dropped their raw chicken on the floor.
Oh, it's a little Sphinx cat.
What are you doing?
Success.
Kitty!
She asked for extra cheese and she can't even see her food anymore.
I don't even see. There's one.
That is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys.
Ugly cat. Wait, Sphinx cats are so cute.
Hello everyone.
Do
this
I just
is
like
your daily dose of
blurm-coated
internet.
things,
This bullet
like
bounced and
alien
went
looking
all the way to the
things?
moon.
Maybe. Like, worms are so cute.
It's coming back.
A bath, switch, tablet.
Okay, let's see which one.
That's the options I get.
Yeah,
It's
let's
gonna
see
keep-
which one you got.
No!
Whoa.
She was really nervous to show this portrait that she drew of her mom.
Is that me? No, no, it's nice. It's so nice. Oh.
No.
I've never looked better.
Oh.
This guy is super lucky to be alive.
Oh my god. Holy frick.
They forgot to block the street before cutting down the tree.
Oh, good lord. Oh, puppy.
A-L-T-I-M-A. Car.
They figured out how to bounce on a stick. This is what the edge of Las Vegas looks like. After the edge, there's pretty much no civilization for hundreds and hundreds of miles.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Vegas is literally like one of the last places I'd ever want to, like, there's just like nothing to do there. Unless if you like gambling, I guess.
This guy's house was on fire and had to jump out of the window to escape.
You can start a cult in Vegas, though. I mean, yeah, if that's what you want to do, I guess. Oh, you good, bro?
This dog is the definition of all bark and no bite.
Aww. He's like,
Here's
wait,
another
pet
guy that's
me.
super lucky to be alive.
He just wants
This crane suddenly
attention.
collapsed, but the cement block saved his life.
Oh my god. Jesus.
This guy was getting chased by a polar bear.
What's wrong?
So dangerous, but so cute looking.
These miners just finished
No!
a 14-day shift and were exhausted until someone cracked a joke. It was his first time going to a fancy restaurant.
What is that?
He decided to overinflate a basketball.
Jesus!
This police academy uses rubber chickens to test the focus of their students. This cat grew up around dogs and likes to bark at strangers.
What is that noise? Girl, you are not a dog. Wait, this is what Plankton freaking did at Bikini Bottom.
They were trying to move their RV that was stuck in sand.
Which episode? It's the same episode as like when he was trying to teach SpongeBob to be assertive, and he goes, "I said assertive, not
I don't think
insertive,"
she
and he goes,
realizes
"Beep,
that
beep."
you're not supposed to do this.
Very
They made their own roller
good.
coaster in the rainforest.
Wait, this looks fun. Yippee!
It doesn't matter if the pool is empty, he still thinks he needs to swim.
No! Oh, God, what the?
This is how
Girl.
Amish people go skiing.
Oh my God, I thought he was gonna hit the pole. Beep.
This baby has a natural fear of water.
Wait! She flexible as frick!
He couldn't believe what he got at this fancy restaurant.
That will be $90, please. Aww. Me, me, me. That's literally Yuzu, by the way. Wait, it's Iron Man! Chills.
Nobody was on this runaway boat, so the police had to jump on to stop it.
Iron Man. Oh, kitty. Oh, so cute. How do you get anything done if you have a kitty like that?
He already knew he wasn't good enough to clear the water. That is the end of this video. I hope you
Excuse me
enjoyed,
for
and I'll
dropping
see you guys again
in.
very- Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet. These guys made some really cool glass that is 100% scratch proof.
Happy birthday.
I mean, that's one way of putting it out, I guess.
This is the most irresponsible purchase I've ever made. It's a phone, but also a fidget spinner.
Yippee!
The tire in this truck just randomly exploded.
Oh,
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Oh,
She wouldn't
loud!
stop crying, so Dad decided to confuse her.
She's like, the frick is wrong with this guy? We got larger problems on hands.
This is how cuttlefish hypnotize their prey before attacking. Someone needs to tell me how he did this.
Watch Eddie.
He played
Whoa.
rock, paper, scissors with his brother that was graduating.
How'd he freaking do that?
So I guess mom reflexes are a thing. He found out that these birds love his dog's fur. So
for their
I guess
little
frozen
nest.
cheese can be pretty scary.
Wait a minute.
Imagine being so good at something that nobody bothers to look at you.
He's literally doing all that and no one gives a hoot. Oh god, I was like, what the frick is that? I just realized.
This driver missed their exit and decided to just stop in the middle of traffic.
Okay, well...
This is
now
the
why
only
would
giraffe
you
in the
do
world
that?
that isn't covered in spots.
Mommy's coming.
It's her. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I can't believe she's standing so close.
I know.
No, 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 no,
Kitty!
my little pussy.
This guy put his fish in a fishbowl and then put them in a tank to see if they were smart enough to know that they could leave.
The edges of it, but they don't realize they could swim out of the fishbowl and into the larger aquarium. They feel like they're confined. Huh?
These twin babies always cry and sing together.
Oh, loud. Wait, what the frick? That is freaky. Wait, this guy's just shopping. Shopping. Oh. Well, goodbye.
Here's a video of a coyote licking this guy.
Oh wait, I've seen this video.
This cow is pregnant, so this farmer gives her some deep massages to help ease the pain on her hips.
Wait, she's liking that.
For some reason, his exercise equipment was moving by itself.
Gulp! Why the frick is it doing that?
These people saw a giant sun halo while they were out skiing.
Flashbang.
Her dog absolutely hates it when she tries to dry her hair. They scared these kids that were in the woods.
Put that chonker
Okay.
on a diet is so rude. She's a baby. Just leave her alone.
Wink.
He was super embarrassed about this. Someone somehow put thousands of plastic bottles in a
Stop
truck.
Asian hate? Let's not do that.
So, I guess bees know how to use doors.
Wait, smart bee. Oh, well. Oh, kitty. Oh, so cute. Wait. What the freaking flip?
This weather in Colorado just can't make up its mind.
Huh.
This
That just
cat got
doesn't look
caught cheating.
real.
For some reason, the ground started screaming.
Tiny little humans screaming for their lives.
Oh God, save them! They're Pikmin underneath there. They're like,
So this is pretty cool. This is the only panda in the world that has brown and white fur.
Oh, he's freaking chill like that. Why is he yelling like that?
Light ever. This little octopus loves to play with his diver.
Octopi are so cool, but they're kind of freaky. They're a little too smart. They're definitely glurms.
Is it gonna bite my finger off?
It could.
That is the end of this video. Hopefully I made your day just a little better. And I'll see you guys again very,
No,
very
you
soon.
didn't. Oh my god, it's freaking DMCA boys. Wow. What? I just wanted to say that I'm sorry. I have so many Northern Line videos on my freaking feed. They're literally just all Northern Line Germa. Holy frick, my feed is my feed just old person coded? See if Mr. Wilderness Cooking has anything. What the florp? Why does he have nails in there? Am I bald IRL? Yes. Truck nuts. Yeah, I need a pair of those, but I don't have a truck. Proof? Nah. No, this is a steak one. Kitty! I like watching his videos because he has a bunch of random animals in and they're very cute. And he doesn't talk. It's literally like... Well, besides the fact that he's children at the end, but then you can always skip that. Wilderness Cooking with no children would be so powerful. I know, it really would be, but alas. Food ASMR? The children don't... Yeah, they do! They freaking... You hear noises, and then that's what breaks the wilderness cooking experience, because then it's not quiet anymore. Oh, that he's eating good. Oh, kitty! Oh, they're so cute. He should eat the children! I don't know about that one. You woke up from your slumber? Oh, jeez. Good morning. Did you hit another little nap in there? Naps are nice. I wake up to the drums, to the ear to my drums, to the silence to my drums. Okay, I mean, I guess if I have nothing better to do, and if I stay on until Mario Party, or tomorrow I have to kill time, I could just do the Pokemon from memory thing. To the silence, to the drums, to the drums, to the drums. Tell you you're the greatest. Yeah, I saw Daph's. That's why I wanted to do it. She gave me her template. Yeah, I'm only doing Gen 1. I feel like, I mean, that's a lot. I mean, that's 151, nerd. That's 151 things to draw from memory. I feel like that would take a while. A later gen? Golly goodness. Did Daft give herself a time limit? No, I think she just went with it, however. Would be easy for myself. I mean, I remember like the general things of like what the Ultra Beasts, like Kartana's like this, and then Guzzlord is like this, and he has like big mouth in the middle, and then Stakataka's like a big like this thing, and then like bricks and stuff, and then there's like the clown one, and then there's Celesteela. I'm literally drawing like the outlines of them. Buzzswole, yeah, he's like, Merp, and then he's like, his body's like this, and then he has legs, and he's buff. No, I'm not studying, I'll just do it from memory. I mean, like, what I remember. Studying would be cheating, so I'm not gonna look at it. No, I don't want to see an old tweet from myself. Okay, well, I didn't want to look at that, but I'm not gonna look at it either, but you guys can look at it yourself. I'm actually insane. Shrug. I'm hacking. I don't know what that is, but I'm not gonna look at it. Cause then if I look at it, then it would be like, it would be cheating again. Personally, I do better. What was it? I was non-depression coded on Twitter back then? Yeah. Well, I was trying to be hashtag posy vibes. What happened? I put an exclamation point at the end. Why did I give up? I just embraced my, like, true thing. It's like, whatever, man. Exclamation point, cozy vibes. Dude, it was like, you know, I was trying to be positive, and like, you know, sometimes you can like gaslight yourself to be like something, you know, if you really want to be positive, but then I was like, you know what, this is just too much work for me. I'm not edgy, but I'm just saying, like, my true personality, I mean, I'm not, let's be real here, I'm not really a positive person. Like, I can be positive for other people, but for myself, not really, so. I would just say I'm more like a flat line. I don't really know how to describe, like, I don't really have, I'm not like out there, but I'm not, no, not flatline like dead, but like, but I'm just like, you know, flatline like the gun from Apex. No, I'm not I don't think I'm like a loner or anything, but I'm just like, you know, I'm just kind of whatever. Stoic, kind of, maybe a little bit. Ghost. Wait, watch. Wait, I can literally give me one Pokemon right now. Here, I'll draw on paint. I was doing it along with Daff. Blessephion? Is that the freaking clown guy? Oh wait, you guys see it already. Hey, Blessephion is literally like this, and it's like this, and it has like a body, right? I'm literally just doing this fast. It literally has like this, and it has like colors and stuff. It has like colors. Like, this is a general, like, I have general like images of something. I think it has like pink on it too or something. I don't freaking know. It's something like that. Blacepion's kind of like that. I mean, if you tell me any older generation Pokemon, I could probably do it from memory, but like... Why Typhlosion? Mimikyu is really easy. Well, I said older Pokemon, bro. Mimikyu is literally just this. It's like this, and it has ears. And it's like this. It's literally this. And then he has this, and this, and this, and then this. So that's literally Mimikyu. Boom. Accurate. Whalmer's very easy. He's literally a freaking guy. You know, before I thought like his like thing was like his teeth, but it's not. This is literally Wailord or Whalmer. He's just a round, rotund guy. Just a silly little guy. I said old gen. Iron Valiant is literally from... Yeah, guys. I'm literally testing my knowledge. Heracross. Something like this. Okay, I remember he's like this. Welcome back, Heracross. He's got legs. And he's got freaking arms, I remember that. Welcome back, Heracross. Well, he's more of a deeper color, though. He's more like this. And he has yellow eyes, I remember that. Welcome back, Heracross. Close enough. Manectric has, like, 3 things like this, and he looks like a Giga Chad, and he has got a mouth like this. I don't know if he's giving, like, Diva or not. I don't know what his eyes look like. I forgot. I don't know if he looks like this or something. Something like this. Pretty sure his head looks like this. And he has, like, something like this. Yeah. Something along the lines of that. You know, and then the body and the, you know, yeah. I don't feel like drawing a full body. Mewtwo? Oh god, I want to give him glurm antennas for some reason. I know his face kind of looks like... God, what do his eyes look like? Oh god. I feel like... I mean, the original 151 Pokemon all kind of have like this generic eye shape. Something. I know his head shape is kind of like this. He's got this. Dude, what do his little glurm antennas? He has like something on his head like this. Something. He's got something on it. He's got 2 little antenna things or horn things, something like that. But no, okay, his eyes are more yassified, I feel like. Does he have something like this? I don't know. I don't remember his eye color. Is it red? Something like that. He has nostrils? I think he does. He has nostrils. And he has like this thing. Or wait, is that one of his mega forms? I forget. Dude, yeah, I mean, if you literally take all like the Pokemon, and like he's got these fingers on him. You know, the freaking... Wait, how many fingers does he have? 4? 3? Oh god. I don't remember if his fingers are like 2 big things, or if it's like... I mean, I know his body shape and everything, but I don't want to draw the full... Like, I have to like zoom out. I mean, like his tail is like big, long... Dude, Charizard's literally like the same deal, except Charizard has a longer snout. And, like, you gotta like do one of these and stuff and make him look angry and give him fangs. I used to draw Charizard a lot as a kid, kind of, so I remember what Charizard looks like. He's got like one of these. Hey, for the 3 months, no Peasy or no Pezzy. Swinub, okay, Swinub's very easy to draw. Except maybe stay more out. And then he's got like a freaking. Yeah, Charizard's a pretty simple design. I feel like he's got one of these. And then his freaking arms, his T-Rex arms. Luminia. Girl, I said later gen. Give us a Weedle? Okay, my bug Pokemon might not be that great. Ooh. Yeah, that's like basically Charizard. Lantern. Weedle? Okay, Weedle's legit like... this little guy. This is literally Weedle, except his body might be, you know, a little less. Freaking goofy Pokemon. Little red nose. And you can give him his little... Well, okay, there's no circular eraser on the MS Paint, but good enough. No, I'm literally training right now. Oh jeez, what did I? Oh right. Butterfree? Okay, my Butterfree recollection. Okay, he has antennas, and then it has. Okay, hold on. It has this. Hold on. And what I remember, Butterfree looks like this, and I'm basing this purely off of like. I remember from the anime. Do you have a red nose? I forgot what color its nose was. I know it has like red eyes or something. Bye-bye, Butterfree! No, I think its nose is white actually. Never mind. And it's like... pretty... something like that. But if you told me how to do... Oh god, I don't remember what Butterfree's body looks like. I mean, I know he has two goofy big shoes, basically. And then, I don't remember what his hands look like. But, and then... I don't know, it's something like this. I know it has like black outlines on its wings, too. My Butterfree looks real devious. Well, yeah, I'm not trying to make it look cute. But... I think its body is bigger or something. I forgot what color its eyes are though, but something like this, the color. You know, it's like close enough to a Butterfree. I don't remember if it has like white shoes or if the shoes are... Yeah, and the design is something like this or something. I don't remember what the wings look like. Something like this. I don't know. Shrug. Close enough, I think. Mario! Chinchou. Chinchou for real? Chinchou looks like this. And then he's like this. And then he's got the little plus eyes. Right? Does he have feet? I forget. Something like this. I don't remember if it has feet or not. I feel like it doesn't have feet. It's just like a little fish thing. But yeah, this is basically what he looks like. And then Lantern is like... I'm too lazy to draw them out now. Lantern is literally like this, except it's like blue and yellow. Well, that's not the correct blue. Maybe more like this. You know, I'm pretty... Hitmonlee is literally just... he's literally like... You can draw the general shape. Like, he's literally a chicken nugget with legs, if you really think about it. Except his eyes look, you know, meaner, but he's literally just he's a little nefarious little guy. He's a chicken nugget. A bean with legs. Dragonite? I remember what Dragonite looks like, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's see. You can tell which Pokemon I've drawn as a child versus not. Because if I, like, draw it really detailed, that means I probably drew it as a kid. He's got, like, he's got these antenna things. He's got that. He has the little kind eyes from the first gen, so they're like nice and ovular, ovalish, ovular. I don't even know if that's a word. Like this. And he's very rotund, and he has tiny wings. And he's really, really chonky. You know, I'm not even watching the video, because my thing is like, my MS Paint is covering the video for me. This is Grandma's enrichment activity. Well, no, I do watch the video. Sometimes I actually do pay attention. Just, it really depends. Super mention? But yeah, this is basically Dragonite, you know. Witness me! Actual classic Super TF. Wait, I hear bees buzz. I just know Daff hates Dragonite because he's so rotund and he messes up the Dratini line. Farfetch, yeah, that one's a tough one. You know, Farfetch, Loki looks like Professor Oak. I don't know, that's how I relate, like, remembering what Farfetch looks like, because his eyes, or like his facial expression looks like Professor Oak's in the anime. You see it? Yeah, that's literally how I relate. We need to skip. Oh, I'm sorry for the children. It's the eyebrows? Yeah, it's like the big eyebrows that he has. Well, I'm just gonna put on my own music and start doing this because I'm literally just yapping anyway. Full screen this John. There we go. Yeah, this kind of does look like Club Penguin. But yeah, Farfetch has like big eyebrows and he has like a tuft of hair somewhere. I don't know, he's just an angry guy with some hair. He's like not fully bald, I think. I don't remember what way his hair goes. He has hair and then he's freaking angry. He's like, I'm gonna slap you with my bleak if you don't. He's gonna have one of these. And then his big bleak. Something like this. Ultra Mad. Did I submit the... No, I did not submit the One Piece one. Oh my, what a big leaky... I don't remember what his feet... Does he just have regular, like, bird feet? No, something like that. He looks naked. I don't know what it is. There's something wrong. I don't know what it is, but he's, you know, he looks like a club penguin. He looks like he belongs in Club Penguin. I don't know. I think he looks something like this. Farfetch got web. I don't remember what his feet look like. Cast form? Cast form is literally so easy. It's just... I remember, like, the silhouette is just too easy to draw. The truck nuts or the big naturals underneath cast form, and it has, like, a little, like, mask thing around its eyes. I don't remember if it has, like... Yeah, it has, like, gray... Okay, well... Here, I'll color it in actually, since it's a simple Pokemon. It's like this, and then like... It's like this or something. looks like exactly... Yes, because, well, believe it or not, I have drawn Lapras a ton, so it's... And Lapras looks like, you know, Lapras, so... It would definitely look very similar to what I probably drew. Crazy. Wait. I love drawing Lapras, though. Lapras is really fun to draw. And then you draw the shell. Big shell king. And then it has this. You know, I always wondered how Ash and like everyone traveled on Lapras because it has so much like, it has so many spikes on its back. But I guess they just don't give a hoot or whatever. Something like, you know. Lapras is just big. Wait, Lapras is actually not that big though. If you like, cause like imagine. Okay, hold on. I gotta go fact check this now. Maybe Lapras is like wide though. Cause Lapras is not even. Where was that Lapras from? God, I forgot how he got his Lapras. There was something going on with the Laprases, and then I think that's how he got Lapras. Yeah, I know it was Orange Islands, but I forgot what the context of how he acquired the Lapras was. Was it a baby? It got separated? Oh yeah, dude, that's why I liked Lapras so much, because it was so freaking cute, man. The freaking... And you know what made me really mad in the Pokemon anime? The stupid Chungus baby Lugia. That stupid Lugia that kept getting captured by Team Rocket. Freaking stupid Lugia, but it was so cute. Freaking Goofy, like robotic, and it doesn't even look like your mom Lugia, you know, submarine from Team Rocket, just up, you know, like, up here. And then he's like, wait a minute, mama. Like, wow, it's my mom. Such a freaking cute little thing, but so stupid, man. Vintage Hyoon Rat, yeah. Stupid little Lugia. Lugia's 15K, you guys get a stimmy because you guys watched a sponsor. Okay. Bye! Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are.